Hello! Welcome, we're back. I gotta get a cable for the controller. We'll do that just in a second. We're back. It is Monday. We're playing some more Disco Elysium. Hey, Soul Foundry, welcome. Says, Happy Monday, all. I made it to round 3 at work. Congratulations. And won some Tupperware. Even more congratulations. But also, thank the gods I still get a bonus during this comp. And Unwisebird says, Crab Riot. I need a cable. Sorry, we were gonna start a little bit late because I just got home. And then I had to run Zug out, and then I locked myself out of my apartment. So we're a little behind being a little behind, but we're doing it. We're here right after I go get a cable for the controller. Okay. Alright. Sam the Geek says, so far he says, Piotr is having a Monday, but it is stream time. Time to turn it around. Hey, Sam the Geek, welcome. Says, sorry you locked yourself out? You better be. I do blame you directly, Sam the Geek, so I appreciate the apology. I didn't want to, like, say that you better apologize, but I'm glad that you volunteered to do so yourself. Okay. We got a controller. We're ready to play some games. It's all good. What a fun day. This is funny, though, because I did do this to myself. We could have just started at the normal time, and everything wouldn't have been this close. But I was like, no, we'll start early. How hard could it be? It was hard. It was hard. Sam the Geek says, as usual, it's the PM's fault. True. That's an important part of product manager's job, though, is taking the blame for everything. That's the key. That's a key part of the role. Okay, not new game. Could you imagine if I was like, you know what? Let's just start a new run. This one seems scuffed. Let's just start from the beginning. We'll do the whole thing again. No. Soul Foundry says, it is always the PM's fault. We have a rollout happening at work right now with our phones, and let's just say I am so glad I'm not in IT this time. Oh, it's going that well, huh? Oh, okay. Here we go. All right, we're settling down. We're here.
Yes?
Kim, go to sleep. Leave me alone. Maybe he goes to sleep when I go to my house, which is like all the way at the beach. We're gonna run a little lap here. Isn't there some kind of weird fast travel we can do? Isn't there something that makes me fast travel? A shot put ball? A box with locusts? Soul Foundry says, the short version is, emergency backup plan B was implemented. Very good. Unwisebird says, I'm not sure I can work with the computer anymore. Computers should be fun only. I have to agree. It would be better. Alright, so I guess we're gonna try going to my new house. Because now I live for free down by the docks. Just like real life. The
sight of bullet holes stirs something in me.
Oh my god, we love looking at bullet holes in this game. Soul Foundry says, I cannot work with tables and chairs. I'll take a computer over folks with low blood sugar any day right now. I guess that's fair. What about a computer with low blood sugar? Is that the worst of both worlds? Let's look at these bullet holes.
The faded marks are too degraded to draw any forensic conclusions. Just chips in the sandstone. They look pretty ancient.
Kim, look! Bullet holes!
Where?
Someone has been shot. We're cops. We should solve it. Soul Foundry says, I used to be a server. Ah, and I would so much rather have someone yell at me over the phone than to my face. Yeah. That's fair enough.
Those are old.
And Giant Spatula, welcome, by the way, says, well, they took away all the snacks at my work, so you have to work with both computers and people with low blood sugar? No!
Yes, the one that happened half a century ago. Those bullets were fired during the revolution, and do not warrant an investigation by officers of civil law.
All right, then.
We should focus on present crimes from the present century.
Kim? Kim is cranky. He needs to go to sleep. It's not his fault. It's just when he hasn't had his little rest, he becomes a cranky man. How did we end up over here? This is the wrong place. My work doesn't technically have snacks, but people bring in stuff a lot, so that's pretty dope. Today was somebody's birthday, and there was cheesecake, which is a pretty cool thing to bring in on your birthday. Gotta be said. God, if this doesn't work, by the way, if we go down by the docks and they're like, "Oh, you can't go to sleep yet. Kim's still here." I will be unhappy about it. I mean, also submission here is just like, remember what building that was that we can stay in, but it's fine. Soul Foundry says, we get told we are having pizza parties. That sentence is accurate. The pizza party is a lie. No. Oh, the fake, the bait and switch pizza party, the pizza crumbing. That's not right. Which one of these, does this look like I would live here?
It's getting late, and it's raining.
Oh my god, it works.
Time to call it a day.
Good night, Kim. Send him away for the night. I don't think that's how I'm supposed to say it, but Unwisebird says these shacks look comfy.
Good night, officer. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Giant Spatula says, ooh, have you seen Severance? I haven't, but I have like a free trial of Apple TV. I watched some of Mythic Quest, which I was only lukewarm on, if I'm honest. But I should watch Severance. This is the perfect opportunity.
A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under.
Shake it off. Because it's a trick. I'm not really going to sleep, Kim. You fool! You dolt! Time for the nighttime me to be about. Okay, how do we... It's getting dark. But we gotta talk to the, we gotta talk to what's her name without Kim. Sam the Geek says, unnecessarily mean to your partner, IMO. We have to do some sketchy cop stuff. And, we gotta ditch him for this. Unwisebird says, did you make it to the Dark Quiet Death episode? I think I did. Yeah, that one was pretty good. That's the, like, kind of the one that happens in the past, right? I liked that one okay. I always like an episode like that where it's kind of an aside and we see something that happened in the future or a long time ago or whatever. Sam the Geek says, yeah, but you don't need to be a jerk to him out of earshot. True. Okay. Kim, you're not adult or a fool. You're a treasured man to me. Unwisebird says it's the only episode worth watching, IMO. I could get behind that, I think.
Officer, what brings you up here in the rain?
What does it remind me of? I don't remember. Yeah, it was fine. It's fine. If you're like on an airplane or something, it's a fine show to watch. But if you have anything else to do or other things to watch, I would recommend doing those other things. Now that Kim isn't here, let's talk about Sunday night.
Ah, yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you you're a police officer.
Speaking of Sunday nights, how was everybody's St. Patrick's Day? I, for one, went to a revolving sushi bar where the sushi comes on the little conveyor belt. Which was not very St. Patrick's-y, but it was fun all the same.
The date of your re-entry into the fossil record.
It's one of the first things I remember doing in Elysium.
Wow. Elysium.
Elysium.
You don't hear that term often.
Did you hear something Sunday night from my room?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
You're welcome. And also, did I have any visitors?
I can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo.
Sam the Geek says, I actually separate by ethnically cleansing snakes from a whole island. I don't think snake is an ethnicity. but I understand what you mean. Maybe it could be, but probably not. Yeah, it is good to cleanse snakes from islands, though. I've heard that the most dangerous animal that is native to Ireland is a bee. I don't know if that's true. It's possible that that's a big ol' apocryphal fib, but apocryphal fib, by the way, is the name of my band. But that's what I heard. You mentioned loud disco music. I guess if I want to be important and famous on the internet, when I don't actually know something, I should just be confident, right? Because people say things that bull honky that they don't actually know what they're talking about all the time. But you've got to be authoritative, I feel like, online. Should we do another take of that? Ready? So Sam the Geek says, I actually celebrate by ethnically cleansing snakes from a whole island. Did you know that the most dangerous animal in Ireland is a bee? It's wild. I found it out. I was spending my important money that I have a lot of, and I live in a mansion because that's how you be on the internet. And we went to Ireland on one of my many vacations. And this old woman came up to us, and she was so charming, but even though we were not from Ireland, she was so nice to us, she was so amazing, and she told us that the most dangerous animal in Ireland is a bee. So now you know, you can take that fun fact and use it on your friends. Also, snakes are not an ethnicity. Okay. Hey, Rangoet, hello, welcome. I was trying to be better at the internet and failing. We are reaching the end. Oh, sounds good. I'm ready to unravel this mystery. You mentioned loud disco music?
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them.
She arches her eyebrow, waiting for it to connect with you. Oh my god, like apocryphal fib.
Were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
It mostly just gets hard, doesn't it?
It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of that time you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this? Show her the empty case of the smallest church in Saint Seine.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also...
What else?
That it doesn't matter anymore, and that we're alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
Rangoet says, fun fact, a gay griffin vulture couple in a zoo in Berlin raised some chicks, and recently they got released into the wild. I know in a zoo in America they had a gay penguin couple that I think were parents. I believe so. They at least gave them like an egg to raise. Yeah, gay birds. Gay birds are out there, and that's fine by me. When you say, then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Oh, that is so me. What did I do?
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Soul Foundry says, I swear that my cat is gay, but I am also gay, so I could be projecting.
There was. I think you screamed that you
That's
didn't
a whole
want me to
Twitter
think of
account, right?
anyone
Gay
else.
cats?
I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable.
I think gay cats is a phenomenon.
I went out
Birds and
afterwards.
cats and people.
Everything was quiet by then. Around 4
And
or
snakes,
5.
let's say, and bees.
And that was it.
Thank you. I guess I don't know. Bees are either all gay or all ace. I mean, they're because they're like whole hive practically is female bees, right? Except for the little drone dorks. I bet they're gay. I bet it's a big cool. Well, they're all sisters too though. So I don't know. Maybe that's not worth thinking about more deeply. Rangoet says, "Yeah, actually very common in penguins. It was evolved to be pretty common because they have so many chicks. No matter the differences in sexes, parents need to difference in sexes numbers. The parents need to raise the chicks. That's kind of cool. I like that.
No problem, sir.
Penguins helping penguins. Okay. I think that we didn't learn very much from that, but away we go. We got some XP. Soul Foundry says, number 1, my cat doesn't warm up to females to the point I have to chide him to say hello. Number 2, there was a boy cat in my apartment I swear Tread was flirting with. Ah, that's fun. I'm going to say case closed. Gay cat. Ringwet says, also the reason penguins stay so close in giant colonies is to stay warm with each other's warmth. It's true. They, during the winter, they all form those big clumps. You gotta do it. It's too cold, man. I wonder if it's like super comfortable to be in the middle of a penguin flock like that. I guess it's probably freezing cold outside, so maybe not. But it's either great or horrible. That's my prediction. Rangwat says, well, I have maybe good or bad news. Half good news. All cats are kind of bi. I'm going to say that's good news. Good for them. Good for them. But it means his cat isn't gay. Oh, I see. I see what you mean. But half gay. I see. We'll take it. Sam the Geek says, I think it's just news. It could be good news or bad news. Depends on how invested you are in your cat having a particular orientation.
It's getting cold. This late in the night. Time to call.
Yeah, let's get in here. Neutral news with Rangoet. It's gonna be our new news segment.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
What could go wrong? Let's, first of all, let me move the window because I realize it's just a little bit off the screen here. Let me just adjust some things. And then, click back in, please. Do I have any clothes that will improve my hand-eye coordination? It would seem not. Okay. That's okay. We can do this. 42% chance? Man.
And next to it, a small hand mirror.
If somebody was like,
soaks inside the wash basin.
You can shave this morning, but there's a 42% chance that you'll succeed, I would probably skip it. Time to shave. Get these mutton chops off.
Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman, you use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line.
Sam the Geek says, I would ask yourself if it was a good idea. That's true. That may be the time, the point where you want to get somebody else involved to help you.
The sharp blade chafes against your skin, producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender, the air brushing against it chilly.
Although I've barely used an actual razor since like during the pandemic, we were all in what is it? Not solitary confinement. When we were self-isolating, social distancing, whatever, and I wasn't going into work anymore. I just decided that I was never gonna shave again. I have little beard clippers, and I was like, I'll just have stubble for the rest of my life. It's way better. it's just so much better than actually shaving. And I look like a gremlin, but in my line of work as a programmer, that's not really disqualifying. So that's it's hard for me to imagine, using an actual razor to shave my face anytime in the near future. Ringwet says, neutral news time. There's a tornado coming to the Martinez area. Should you flee? Should you stay? Is this good? Is this bad? We can't say as neutral news. This is not even a warning. We are simply stating the weather. Soul Foundry says 42% is my best chance at shaving, though. I legit always come out looking like I battled a lawnmower. Oh no. And Soul Foundry says Dollar Shave Club, though, I've decided are the best razors of all time. They last great, and I bleed less. I used to have Dollar Shave Club, and it was the sort of thing where somebody gave me like a year subscription or something as a gift, and then I renewed it one more year. And in those 2 years, I'm convinced that I have accrued enough extra razor blades to last me perhaps the rest of my life, and maybe even leave some to my descendants, because man, they really spoil you with razors. Dollar Shave Club, at least they used to, in like 2016. Sam the Geek says, in your defense, you look like a gremlin without the beard too. That is true. That is true. It's a gremlinness enhancer, the beard, and by beard I mean stubble. Larry Burndorf says, can I have some razor blades? We'll do a giveaway where we give away razor blades on this channel. That'll be great. But it's not, it's not dangerous razor blades. They're safety blades. It's, Soul Foundry says, I bought it from the store near me. I was about to subscribe, but I think I have some Bic razors hiding around, and I have enough blood to lose to use them again. Oh, that's like the razors I used in college were like the like 80-cent plastic razors where they don't actually cut the hair, they just pull it out of your face. That's what I think when I hear Bic razor. Larry Burdorf, who I forgot to say welcome by the way, says, oh, safety blades? Pass. And Soul Foundry says, yes, yellow. Okay, yeah, we know, this is a shared experience. I have some upscale Bic ones though. And Ringo says, remember that time like some glitch or something happened to the name of an area and it was nonsense letters on the weather news and the weather guy read it out perfectly? I do not know that, but I appreciate the professionalism from this man. Sam the Geek says, I have plenty of blood. Man who bled to death. And Larry Burndorf says, I like to take the risk of chopping off my ear. I guess, the risk of chopping off your ear, as they say, is the spice of life. Speaking of, let's feel my clean-shaven cheeks.
They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath.
Was shaving the right call? Oh my god, look, he's clean-shaven in the little portrait.
The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe.
Maybe.
You almost look like a professional.
Alright. Almost look like a professional, except for the rice farmer hat and the crowbar and shining a flashlight in everybody's face all the time.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it. The expression fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
Sorry, I want to save from succeeding on the razor, just in case something horrible happens from looking in the window. In the mirror. Let's put on our electrochemistry clothes. Pants. Because if I'm gonna look in the mirror, I obviously need to be wearing this robe. Naturally. Alright, I'm ready. Now my outfit has become even more problematic than it was before. And Rangoet says, okay, I remembered this. It's not a glitch. It's just the name of a Welsh village. Ah, okay, seemingly named by a madman. Posted in the Discord. Oh, I'll have to watch that afterwards.
The pockets of these new jeans are perfect for
and Larry
sticking
Burnup says,
into.
if this voice actor is
Cool,
white, I'm the Pope.
Calm and collected. As your hand enters
you may be
the
right.
pocket, your fingers brush against something soft yet crinkly.
Take the item out.
Hey, it's a chewing gum wrapper. It reminds you of the fruity juice of apricots. You should inspect it closer if you have time.
Oh my god, gum
Not
wrapper side quest.
familiar in a good way, you might say. There's pain in there somewhere.
So our plan is we're gonna look in the mirror, then we're gonna put on the pain threshold clothes, and then we're gonna
An old mirror hangs on the wall.
do
see your reflection in
the
it.
gum.
The
Oh, I'm just trying to go to bed.
to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it.
Rangwat says Harry looks wrong without the beard. He does look younger. He does look younger though. Attempt to stop the expression from happening.
Still not happening. It won't come off that easy.
We could. How many skill points do we have? We've got 2 skill points. Let's try again. I want to stop making the face
No mirror hangs
for the
on
big
wall.
finale here.
You see your reflection in it.
Rangwat says, then the smile makes
The
it worse.
Fixed to your clean-shaven face. You're still not accustomed to it. Still not happening. It won't come off that easy.
Well, I guess that's it. Larry Burndorf says, I looked it up. It's Lenval Brown. But you can't stop the expression. It's all Harry has. Okay, fair enough. Okay, we want pain, whatever, clothes for what we're about to do, which is look at some gum. So, that's good. Pain threshold. Alright, now I'm wearing armor. This is the perfect time for me to feel this gum wrapper. We need to save the skill point in case we can't figure out what's going on with the tent people still.
There it is again. The scent of apricots with a touch of cinnamon. Smells like the end of some distant summer. The surface of another planet. Or some ancient temple.
Ancient temple?
Yes, from the height of antiquity. A long, long time ago. Millennia ago. On an island of time you can never return to.
End of summer.
The sun sets into the sea, but the water does not boil. Instead, it turns to liquid gold. For a moment, the world's store of precious metals seems to increase dramatically, and you are rich.
Cool.
There is a movement next to you. The shuffle of a small coat, warm like the evening. But when you turn toward it, there's nothing there.
Wait, come back.
Why are you talking to a gum wrapper?
Take a deep, deep breath.
Bitter, citrus, sweet. It seems to grow stronger, like a glow, with every breath you take, until a blossom of skin and flower petals erupts behind your closed eyes. Made of toffee, cream, and distance. You just had to take a dive. Feels so familiar.
Okay. We are gonna go back into my Logic Bro clothes. So we can be as logical as possible. Because that's what we're gonna need. Checkmate. That's what we're gonna need tomorrow. Lots happening. That's minus to logic. Alright, looking good. What pants am I wearing? Pants. Electrochemistry. Are there different pants that I want to be wearing instead? Oh, the choices. No, I think we got fine pants. Let me put my special good gloves on though. All right. Let's go to sleep.
The bed is comforting, if a bit run down. Still, you've earned a rest.
Let's go to sleep. Hopefully I don't have any spooky dreams.
Across the room, the heating system hums its soft lullaby. The mattress feels soft and sheets warm. It only takes you moments for the world to fall away.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street. Recorded in you forever on ferrotape.
Spinning on empty.
On and on it goes for untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising Rising above the dark curvature, the great wingspan of sleep, studded with stars.
Soul Foundry says, hopefully I don't have any spooky dreams. Me each night. I legit lucid dream a lot though, so spooky dreams can get wild. Oh man, as I've gotten older, I don't know if it's just a getting older thing or what, but I don't lucid dream per se, but I do realize that I'm dreaming a lot. And sometimes I wake up from that. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm dreaming, and then I just wake up. But the other thing that happens is I dream that I wake up, and I have to realize, like, no, I'm not actually awake. This is still a dream. I need to actually wake up now. So it's a bit of a conundrum. There are some mornings if I'm really tired, like when I came back after my plane trip recently, when I flew back from California. I slept in and like thought I had woken up 3 or 4 times before I actually did. Rangwet says, I never have lucid dreams. And Larry Burnduff says, sounds like it's Inception. Maybe you're still asleep? Oh my god. Soul Foundry says, I used to get sleep paralysis frequently. That was fun. I've never had sleep paralysis, fortunately. I've heard that it's pretty, like, grisly, dude. And Rangwet says, speaking of which, Piotr, ready to play some Disco Elysium once you wake up? Hopefully you didn't sleep through the time, Piotr Bizzle. Oh, I wake up and we're actually only 1 hour in. Soul Foundry says, that's because I legit trained myself to lucid dream. And Larry Burndorf says, sleep paralysis is fucking horrible. How do you train yourself to lucid dream?
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time, the last time. The smoke in her mouth. The plotted flowers.
Did you say plotted?
Faces turning, changing.
That's okay. There's like 10 million lines of dialogue. If he says plotted instead of potted one time, I'll allow it. What is it?
It's the world, Harry boy, and you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now.
Soul Foundry says, you're going to send me down a wormhole because I love dreaming. The quickest way, though. Oh, and Larry Burndorf says, I've had sleep paralysis before, and I felt I couldn't breathe or move. That is That is actually really scary.
You can never forget this shit.
What can I never forget? The rain, the snow. I don't want to. It's beautiful.
Beautiful. It's stuck on loop. Whirling, spitting out words and images.
Rangwet says, geez. Yeah, no, agreed.
That's
roughly what I've heard
again.
about it. Yeah, that it is pretty bad.
A ceaseless agent, picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless keepsakes.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
Soul Foundry says, sleep paralysis is terrifying and the demons do show up. But other than that, to lucid dream, okay. And Rangwet says, have you ever had a dream of a game you streamed? I actually don't think so. I used to... Did I used to dream about like Heroes of Might and Magic when I was a kid, but I don't think I've dreamed anything like that recently. What about you all? Do you dream of if you stay up late playing a game? Do you dream about it? That's the Tetris effect, right? Maybe that's not quite the Tetris effect. You don't dream of Skyrim? I dream of pointing up in the sky and shooting an arrow as a joke and it hitting a bird that falls at my feet. That's what I dream of. Soul Foundry says, okay, so this is to lucid dream. When you go to sleep or nap, just focus on staying still, but think about rocking back and forth. You will eventually feel yourself rocking. You might wake yourself when you feel yourself fall, but after the rocking, you will either fall through where you are or float up. Then the astral projection and other crap kicks in. I do gotta try that. That sounds pretty trippy. And Rangwet says, not really. Once had a dream with the brief appearance of the Zora princess from Ocarina of Time, but that was it. That's a good cameo to have. I will say to my limbic system, I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
Brother man.
For the working class.
Solving your little crossword puzzles, doing your tasks, crossing names off lists, trying to become some sort of world detector.
World
Make
detector.
it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
I'm building communism for all. This time we won't fail. I love how just like occasionally we remember that we are aligned with the cause of communism.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal.
Run
our
super
Harry.
hot and cold on the
He
communism.
still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
Soul Foundry says another thing, to lucid dream have an anchor to this world. I feel like I look at my hands because I have hands here. And they're usually missing or disconnected when I dream. They will turn a dream into a lucid dream. I think I heard something about that to like look for a clock. And if you can't read the clock, if it's all weird or whatever, that's how you're supposed to know that you're dreaming. Larry Burner says, I dream of Sesame Street, but Big Bird wants to murder me? Oh no! Evil Big Bird is a terrifying thought too. Rangoet says, "Aren't you also a pro-capitalist?" I think we're mainly aligned with communism, at least in our words,
He's got
if not
no
our deeds.
idea what he's in for.
Feel the pillow under your cheek.
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
Soul Foundry says mechanisms is the best way to describe that. Look for things that have a set interval. Light switches.
Do it for the wind.
Do it for the wind!
Do it for the picture puzzle. Put it all together.
Yes, logic.
Solve the world. One conversation at a time.
Open your eyes.
Rise and shine, comrade. It's time to get to work.
Larry Burndorf says, again, sounds like Inception, the spinning top. True.
Despite all the thinking you've been doing, only 0.001%
Oh my God.
of communism has been
We have so
built.
much communism
It's
to
too
build.
great a task to undertake alone. You're going to have to get organized.
Judging from the state of my ledger, I don't think that's possible.
The condition of your paperwork is irrelevant. All that matters is your commitment to building the World Republic. You must seek out your revolutionary brothers and sisters. Find out how much communism they've built. Then, together, maybe you'll be able to build as much as 0.0002% of communism.
Oh my God, that's such a good amount of communism to build. Soulfinder says, especially when I tell people, people tell you to watch Inception, especially when I tell people how I can change rooms and anything in my dream. Rangoet says, I had a dream somewhat recently where I remember one part vividly where we were on the hotel in the ocean with a murder on it, and we were all hiding as people are getting picked off, and we were in this big main room with stairs going high up like a clock tower or something to floors, and a stage lit by dim lights and some tropical plants lay about the area. We were talking about plans of what we should do, and hear a scream in the distance of someone who tried to talk the killer out of it. That sounds actually like a video game. That sounds, or a movie or something. You're trapped in an isolated place, people getting picked off one by one, there's a who is this guy, there's a mystery. It was kind of terrifying. That actually does, I mean, it's a nightmare, yeah, no doubt.
But it won't be easy. Decades of persecution by coalition authorities have driven the remaining communists of Martinaise underground.
Lauren Burndorf says, my worst dreams are fights and my arms don't function. Oh, I don't think I've had that, but I know, like, a lot of people dream like they're trying to run and it's like they're running in water and stuff. Rangoet says, I meant murderer. He wasn't like hiding. Oh, okay, but seemingly unstoppable.
They live underground. These communists
Got it, so it's not like a
aren't
fun
real.
detective mystery.
They're
It's closer to like
normal
a slasher or something. But But I'm part of the coalition authorities. Have I been persecuting communists this whole time?
Possibly. If you have been, it's only because you're a double agent.
Yes.
Acting in furtherance of your long-term objectives.
Indeed.
Listen to this. Do you really think you're the kind of person an underground communist cell would entrust with a mission that requires such discretion?
I do have to be the logic bro and say probably not.
Regardless, what's past is past. You need to look forward to the work of building communism for all.
Larry Berndorf says, so this man is a comrade? Yeah, we chose a handful of dialogue choices about how much we love communism, and they have made us into a communist. Now, occasionally it comes up.
Let your nose guide you, detective.
My nose?
Yes. Fortunately, communists are known to have a very distinct smell.
What would the smell of communists be? Like a turnip. Like a turnip! Rangoet says, then it got... I don't know why a turnip. It just is what came to my mind. Poverty? I guess eating a turnip... If you're eating a turnip by itself, probably your life isn't going great. Rangoet says, then it got weird when we got chased upstairs and he walked like an NPC and I just outplayed him like a video game NPC. Oh, nice. You kited him? And Rangoet says, wait, you've got the whole communist quest to do. We will probably not pursue another side quest in earnest. Soulfinder says, also, if anyone has seen EEAO, or EAO, I view my dreams as other universes, so many times my dreams have correlated to things happening near me. Soulfinder says, communism smells like the woods, outside. Rangoet says it's worth it, at least to start. I don't think so. I don't think so, Rangoet.
There's no linkage between ideology and olfaction.
I'll be real with you. My big interest is to beeline and see the end of the mystery of this game. I want to find out who done it, and then I want a GTFO, as I think my agenda for this game. Everything Everywhere All at Once. Oh, of course. Sorry. Communism smells like shared underwear. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with sharing underwear. Rangoet says, I did the fascist quest line, and it was pretty funny. I kept going up to people and asking if they know how to travel back to the past. The good old days. What does communism smell like? He said right after saying that I wasn't going to do this. Failure? There's so much failure in my life already. I don't know if I can take any more.
That's why you're perfect for the job. No one's got a better nose for failure than you, Harry.
All right.
What you're smelling is your own body odor, of course. Nothing a shower and change of clothes couldn't fix.
I change clothes like 6 times per day.
People sometimes complain there are no real communists left in Martinez.
Okay, I'm ready.
But
Let's get organized.
First, you'll have to locate the remaining communists.
Oh no, I'm not going to do this.
When you get near to someone with revolutionary potential, your nose will give you the signal to establish contact. Again, no, it won't. Any olfactory response you perceive will be strictly psychosomatic.
Quiet, nose.
You could also just look for more tangible evidence of communist activity. Images of Krasmazov and white antlers are usually a dead giveaway.
Rangoet says, changing clothes isn't a radical revolutionary move. Well, but they said if I changed my clothes, I'd smell better. Your nose will tell you if they're wearing shared underwear. Alright, let's do it. But I'm not going to do it.
Wake, brave worker. 'Tis no time for bed. Fight till there's no slaves below, and no masters overhead.
I feel like we could work on that one. We'll workshop that little rhyme.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see your reflection in it.
Oh, I do want to stop doing the face. Next time we get a skill point, we'll try it. Let's go to the, do you want to go scoop up Kim? Oh, he's here.
Yes?
Hold still a second. Try to smell Kim. But the face is our best part. Let's say so. I shaved.
Yes. I don't know what to say. Perhaps,
Oh no, you think that I was better with the chops?
I'm not really sure about this turn of events. I think the mutton chops might have been a better idea. They sort of seem to cover up some of the...
Don't say veins.
Damage.
Either way, good on you. You
Hold
were saying?
Kim, are you wearing your sister's underwear? Hold still a second, bud.
The lieutenant's posture becomes rigid and uncomfortable as you lean forward and sniff the area just above his shoulder blade.
I don't know if we're good enough friends for this.
The lieutenant is fastidious as a cat in matters of his personal upkeep. And yet, in the folds of his jacket, you can just perceive...
Brengwitz, is this
the
kind of
stale
gay?
and
I think a
acrid
little bit,
traces of oil rags, transmission fluid, and brake pads.
We sat on the swings holding hands for several hours earlier in the game, so,
Wait,
you know.
There's something else there. Something that sets your GABA receptors aflutter. The lieutenant's aftershave, a common drugstore brand. Strong hints of pine needle.
Pine?
But what sort of ideological picture do these smells paint? Tough to say.
Do you need something, detective?
I was just wondering what brand of aftershave you use.
It's nothing fancy, just plain old Tiger Super Special.
Makes a mental note to buy the same aftershave.
I do like the way it tingles though. It's the only part of shaving I actually look forward to.
Well, that's sweet.
Was there something else you wish to discuss?
That's all I need for now. Brengwitz says common strong store brand. Now that's not communist boy smell. And Soul Foundry says, speaking of changing clothes, I got so many compliments every day on my rainbow shirts and hoodies. I started an experiment because I thought people just thought I knitted my hoodie. And my rainbow polo and def not knitted zip up have been complimented. So it's the rainbows. It's not that it's knitwear, is the conclusion, huh? Good to know. No, I don't want to be here. Kim, do you remember where these goddamn tent people are? Sorry, Kim. I didn't mean to swear. It's just, it's early and I didn't eat anything. Ranglet says, why are they called drugstores in America, but it's not a place that sells drugs? Sometimes they have a pharmacy attached, but there's not really a good reason. I don't know, maybe there is, etymologically, but... Larry Burner says, depends what you think drugs are. Soul Foundry says, as I thought, rainbows. People love my Lisa Frank unicorn tank tops at the gym, too. That is pretty dope. And Rango says, wait, the drinkers are gone. Rip, did you listen to their stories? I don't think I did.
The light vanishes inside the concrete slit. The structure goes deep under the earth.
Kim, any idea what's down there?
No idea. Could be connected to one of the buildings around here.
Think we might find Ruby down there?
We might find her down somewhere. There's an old storm drain system beneath Martinez that's mostly collapsed. Reversal sewage system has been built and rebuilt 4 or 5 times now.
That's a lot of times. Why, they should just do it right once, Kim.
In conclusion, she could be under any building.
And Rangwat says, did you find out why you're called Tequila Sunset? I don't think that I did. Silver says, which in conclusion, everyone should wear more color. We all like seeing it.
I hope not.
Finish the thought. Have we even been here?
Yes?
No. Rangwat says, oh, wait. Careful of spoilers. Giant Spatula says, I only wear black and white, like my style icon, the Hamburglar. Oh, yeah! Hey, the Hamburglar, he's an outlaw, and that's sexy as hell. You could do a lot worse. Trying to remember. Regwet says, I know you don't want to do side quests. Nope, I'm not going to do it, probably. But highly recommend calling the phone before you can't again. Trust me, it's very worthwhile. Or the phone here before you can't again. Larry Burndorf says, I wear ridiculous shoes but muted tone clothes. That's kind of a cool look.
Hi again. So,
Okay, we need to put another point in logic. Becoming the logic king. Sir?
Hi again. So, how things going?
Okay, we have 97% now, for God's sake. It's not a giant side quest, just a few small conversations. We'll see. We'll see if we get to it in an organic way. Larry Burner says, Puma is making some crazy-ass shoes. Sam Geek says, I wear the same clothes every day. Just that same orange jumpsuit, huh? Oh, yeah!
A number of things don't add up. Let's take a look.
Thank God.
How about gather around, kids?
Sam the Geek says, sweatpants and a 1995 Bulls National Championship t-shirt. Rangwat says, you called the phone once. It's the prank call one. Ah. Okay, kids, now gather round.
The young speed freak puts down a busted capacitor and looks at you. The one with the large head seems very enthusiastic about whatever you have planned. Their would-be leader is less amused.
Sometime in the past, I'm not sure when and where, but betrayal was involved. I fell sick and became the shadow you see now. But before that, I have reason to believe I was a police detective.
But you still are.
Thank you for your kind words, but everyone in here sees... No. I was good enough at this job to be awarded the rank of lieutenant... I could have been captain, imagine that.
What happened?
Disco happened.
I've been trying to say we need the next step in dance music to happen fast. Shut it. What? I have. I've said that.
Now, obviously, that might as well have been 1,000 years ago, but there's still some detective left in me.
The young speed freak is silent. He senses something is wrong.
This isn't the makings of a club. It's a tent full of laboratory equipment for manufacturing drugs.
I have no idea how you arrived at that conclusion, but it's wrong. Look, we even have speakers.
One speaker. They have one speaker.
The ethyl ether from Cupri-Longe, a solvent, good for getting acting agent out of a solution.
Make up your mind. First is the sweat, then it's
The distilled water, cornerstone of a clean lab.
Of all cellular-based life.
The Nosafet is here for its active ingredient.
He said it was for his nose. What more do you want?
You have no headphones. Wouldn't Attell need her headphones to spin tape?
What do you know about spinning tape? Nothing.
I know you pawned them, likely for lab equipment and drug ingredients.
I'm sorry, but there is no lab equipment and no drug ingredients.
And where is his friend? Did he lose his friend?
What do you mean, friend?
The other speaker. You only have one.
It's a one-speaker system. It's monodynamic. You wouldn't know the first thing about sound reproduction in anodic music. Other speaker.
There is no need for me to pile on anymore, is there?
No shit.
In short, you tried to use a police detective to set up a drug lab.
That's... Come on, that's...
Against the law?
I meant to say, not true.
You're sober. Was it hard for you to keep sober for this meeting?
We don't need drugs to be hardcore. Shut the fuck up, Egg.
Maybe not today, Egg, but you need drugs to get through the days when you're not expecting me. Bottom line is, I know.
What exactly is it you know?
What are we gonna do with you?
What do you mean, do?
There's resignation in his voice. He's almost ready to drop the act. It
How do
wouldn't
we-
take a lot of pushing.
You tell me what's really going on here and we'll work from there. I can be lenient, try the good cop, and then Kim will come in and shoot them with his gun.
What do you mean by lenient?
Not calling backup and hauling you all off to the pen, for starters.
Okay, man, okay. Things are just so hard for an entrepreneur in this city right now. It's not like we lied when we said we want to turn a church into the wickedest club in East Revershoal. Because we do! We totally do! We just need to turn it into a speed lab before.
Rangwat says, wait, hang on, did you miss your meeting with Pig with your gun? Yes, we did. I forgot about it.
To get our foot in the door.
Oh well. And why did you need me?
Like I told you, spooky arseholes moved in while I was getting all this stuff together. A month ago, the place was empty, and now it's all spooked up.
I like to think that we're just role-playing the character with his massive brain damage by playing this game all split up over days and days at a time between sessions. They're not really spooky, are they?
No, man. They're spooky, all right. It's just that they would also probably call the police if we started cooking speed in there.
But the sign was way off too. I couldn't feel the love at all.
Sir, you promised you'd be lenient.
This is it. Judgment time.
It's fine. You just have no gun in intense political situations involving armed union members and mercenaries. Kim has a gun. He's fine. Get lost. I don't want to see you again.
No, please! There needs to be a club for Nordic music in there. Everyone hates each other. Everybody hates it here. It's all just drugs and we're slaves and I can't. We are running out of time.
Without a smile, Egghead looks heartbroken and older than you thought he
He
was.
looks almost as old as you.
We need a win. I promise this will be a win. We won't cook speed in there. We'll do it clean. We'll do it true. We'll do it sober and real and beautiful. This will be a victory for the light.
This will be nothing. You can hear the ice cracking underneath you. Outside on the pier, the last century development crumbles in the wind. A grape-shot row of fallen houses, and so does
Larry
Rue
Burndorf
de
says,
Saint-Jean
this guy sounds like a
and
communist.
Main Street. The old cinema is sinking underneath Villa La Bosse.
Ringwith says, I hate it here when music louder than a concert is playing next to the beach. No debate. Get lost. I'm not letting some druggies take over a church. Evict them.
Fuck, man.
Get out of
Should
my
be lenient.
town. That is lenient.
Pack it up, Egg.
You should be glad. I'm not even arresting
He
you.
doesn't even look at you.
Well, whatever. Alright, and can I take all this stuff? It's... no? Okay. Ripperoonie. They're gone. Kicked them out. We got the key. Let's bust into the church.
You see that seagull up there? Remind you of anybody?
You get to dance with Kim if they set shit up shit in the church? Oh well. Kim?
What? Kim? No, it's you. You and the seagull are just alike.
Why am I like a seagull?
Think about the seagull's story. It's one of endurance.
Rango says
and
it's also a long side quest, so...
The seaside was
okay.
paradise once.
Maybe we dodged a bullet.
They were birds of that paradise. Then their paradise became Shit City. And what did they do? They became urban survivors, eating burgers
God, the
out
music's-
of trash cans.
Oh no, it's not.
Killing and eating pigeons. No time for that sentimental bullshit. They're hustlers, getting shit done.
Rangwat
One
says
pair of track pants away
it's like the
from
only
gangsters.
true side quest outside the
like
political
you.
quests. Interesting. Whatever it takes to survive, I am the seagull.
Own it. Steal hot dogs. Shit in the sand.
Oh yeah!
Whatever it takes to keep going.
Kim, look the other way. I gotta dig a hole in the sand for something. Alright, we gotta get in this church. I am the seagull! Oh yeah! We've gone full seagull. We have the key. Let's bust in.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular sea-worn ornamentation appears.
Alright,
in
this is
stark
where the crab
contrast to
woman
the padlock
allegedly is.
carelessly drilled into the wood.
Let us see if there's a crab woman. Unwisebird says, I swear, if there are seagulls but no crabs.
The lock
This is the
turns
lair of the
easily.
crab woman.
You hear a click as the shackle pops open.
Let's go.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial area. Its black holes and dusty machines. Then the feeling passes.
Rangoet says, Kim, watch out, I'm going seagull mode.
A great whoosh of air.
That was my
rushes
best
into
seagull
the
noise.
dark
That was my
yards of
attempt.
The church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city.
It was very good, thank you. And the game broke. Oh no, it didn't break. Okay, it's just we don't have control right now. That's fine. A strange stillness fills you as you look ahead. You should walk here, not run. Okay. The grotesque wooden figure looks half finished. You should apply to become a seagull next time you find out about a film or game set on a beach in development. Oh, true. Too bad that Yakuza game on the beach just came out. More of the forked lightning pattern you saw outside. Bark beetles? No, it looks intentional. Some long-forgotten style. A prayer book has been left open. This bowl is filled with water. A live wire runs directly into it. Okay. So that's true. The blackboard is filled with complex equations. They look recent. 2 decks of reel-to-reel tapes spinning on empty. A portable Harman Wowshi tape recorder. Is it possible it's recording something? Someone's siphoning electrical current from outside into this antenna.
In white, silver, and apricot faience, the young mother of humanism stands above you. A crack runs across her body. She is impossibly tall, oval-faced and sad. A dark and radiant majesty. This is her innocence, Dolores Day.
I get money.
Cradled in her arms are a pair of glowing lungs, clearly visible from underneath her flowing dress. You should kneel.
Kneel!
Your knees touch the floor. The floorboards are hard and cold. There you kneel among the snowdrifts, diffuse light falling on your hands from beyond the glass.
Ranguet says, ah, that's the donkey something center right that pays you for... Oh, that pays you for knowledge? Oh, we'll see what it is. I forget.
The world
We have
is
some...
silent.
It
but
must
for
be
the
one of
creaks
our
and cracks of
little
the massive wooden structure
cantrips or
behind
perks or
you,
whatever.
It covers you from the wind outside. The ocean feels distant. Its ebb and flow.
Oh, my
blocked
actual
by
art
the
degree is about to
centuries-old
kick in.
pinewood sarcophagus around you. In the darkness, you sense her eyes on you, inspecting you with their multicolored glass, as if you're a bug under a microscope.
Open your eyes.
The woman looks down at you kneeling. She towers among her followers, architects, laymen, courtiers. There is a sad smile on her lips, and a glint in her green-blue eye of what? Compassion? Remorse? She acknowledges the passing of someone who is still alive.
Ranguet says, also a very funny one. The fascist thought makes you lose morale whenever you say something fascist, but you gain double the bonus from drinking. Nice. And Wisebird says, this is a powerful crab.
You?
Crab Queen.
No, she doesn't care about you. She only cares about her shiny sovereign's orb and her silk robes and getting to the aerodrome on time. To leave.
It's remorse.
As that useless word passes through your mind, the lieutenant draws an X-shaped cross from shoulder to shoulder.
Do the same as you get up.
Your fingertips touch your chest 4 times. Then you rise from your knees into the apricot-colored light of the window. Above you, the woman still smiles her distant smile, sundered by the crack in the glass.
Ranguet says, which was weirdly actually helpful, because I could just buff physical skills to crazy heights at a sip. I see. This is Dolores Day.
The old woman in the village was right. This must be the Delorean Church of Humanity in Martinez, or the small Pinewood Church in some records.
You knew this place?
It's a minor landmark, not easy to find. Most maps misplace it. It was built not long after Revachol's founding, 300 or so years ago, by first-generation settlers.
What else do you know?
There used to be 7 stave churches on the coast. Les Sept Sœurs, they call them. The 7 Sisters. Only one remains. The rest were burnt in the revolution or used for building materials. We should be respectful here, although the building appears to be deserted. I do not believe we'll find the instigator here. Something else, perhaps?
Respectful? Is the lieutenant a follower of DeLoreanism? There it is again. A small pang of guilt. It's time to ask him what happened here.
Do you know why it was abandoned?
I have a theory, yes. There was a police raid a while back. I heard the place was shot to pieces.
Oh.
The old woman in the village was being tactful with us when she didn't mention it. She has more respect for the RCM than many around here.
Who conducted this raid? And don't say me! Renguet says, just like IRL, if you're racist and drink lots, IRL you become super strong, just like the incredibly strong and fit racist lorry driver. I don't recommend being racist and drinking a lot in order to become strong, but as Renguet points out, it does seem to work for some people.
Well, your station was involved, I hear. Although I can't be sure.
Ah.
How come the lieutenant isn't sure? Is this confidential information?
You're not sure?
3 precincts were involved in the raid, and people say Precinct 41 was one of them.
I guess I could have been here.
I'm sorry, I'm not saying you were. It was a clandestine operation. I don't know anything about it, why it was conducted, or who participated. I try not to pry into extra-district matters.
If I was here, I should find out what I was doing.
Good luck. You will not get information on a confidential operation from your station secretary just by calling. If you really don't remember, it might be better to keep this one forgotten. It happened a while ago. It's unimportant to our business in Martinez now.
How do I know that this is the mother of humanism?
Despite the damage you've done to yourself, the title appears lodged in your hippocampus. This is Her Innocence, Dolores Day. The innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Perhaps the most famous human being ever to have lived.
Renguet says this part has made me wonder for ages. Like, what the fuck happened here? What did we do? And how does it involve crabs?
No amount of Commodore Red can wipe her sad smile from your brain thing. It has survived the deluge and haunts you still. And will haunt you forever, as it haunts all men.
Was there something terrifying about her? And Unwisebird says, man, you get lucky on the most unfun roles. I know.
Terrifying is a term too emotionally charged for your semantic memory, or what remains of it. But terrifying, it's a simple word. She was bad for humanity, and you shouldn't have started thinking about her.
No, was there something bad about her? I want to know.
You already do. Although she is often considered to be the greatest human being to ever live, there was something ominous about Dolores Day.
She was part crab.
Constantly surrounded by her terriers, she was the most socially secluded and least self-aware of all the innocences. Some modern thinkers would consider her a war criminal for the campaigns she waged against the Mesk state. And then there were the resettlement programs.
Renguet says, it certainly says a lot about us and our job. Like, up until now, we've just been an incompetent cop, but a raid that the police want to cover up and cause them to basically be booed out of Martinez that we helped in, but never actually get any info on. I guess
the Mesk state
now we know
tried to
not to look
detach
too
itself
hard.
from innocentic rule. Parts of the world were experiencing whiplash from accelerating into secularism. Her mandatory education
love some
program
secular
and
stained
mass
glass.
resettlement of upstream Marguerite were problematic.
Renguet says, at
as
least from
well.
what I found. I
Dissenters
see.
were suppressed by a military force she called the Army of Humanity, suggesting those who fight against it are not part of humanity. She adored chess, yes, but also military war games. Dolores Day often holds a tiny tin soldier between her index finger and thumb in icons such as this. She was also blonde, the blondest woman you have ever seen, with green eyes the color of the Pacentic, mare interregnum. Little is known of her Marchese husband. It's as if he vanished from history after completing his role, which was to introduce Dolores Day to court. In conclusion, yes, there is something lonely, paranoid, and even terrifying that people seldom mention, but feel when they think of her.
Renguet says, I think it's purposely never meant to be told. Maybe a sequel setup or to get across the cover-up of it well, or Harry hiding from the horrors he committed and refusing to
This
face.
subtle terror is part
to
of
face
the
it.
iconography.
Lieutenant Yefrater, you've stood there for over 5 minutes. What are you thinking of, if I may ask?
She's somehow connected to the case.
She's been dead for 300 years. I am almost 1,000% certain she isn't connected to the case. None of this is, in fact. This church, the coast, this isn't a good place to get lost in.
Reconstruct the stained glass.
The shards glimmer in the
I did
dark.
not succeed.
You see little pearls of light on the edges of the crack that splits the female figure. Something was written there. Remains.
Rangwitz says, "Oh my God, Kim, a 300-year-old witch is the killer."
You do not know. Actual art degree.
Oh yeah.
Trite. Contrived. Mediocre.
Yes, pompous cup.
Amateurish, infantile, cliche and gonorrhea-ridden peon to conformism. I fucked me. Affront to humanity. War crime. Should literally be tried for war crimes. Resolutely shit. Lacking in imagination. Uninformed reimagining of. Lip-wristed, premature, ill-informed attempt at. Talentless fuckfest. Recidivistic shit peddler. Pedantic, listless.
All right.
savagely
Rangoet, this is beginning to border on backseating. Says, I would ask Kim if he follows her. She's actually a super important character to the history and politics of Martinez. I feel like I have to punish that by not asking him, but we'll ask. Rangoet says, okay, sorry. We'll ask. We'll ask this time. Nope, I can't figure out the stairs. I give up.
A machine stands in the corner, watched over by the figures on the stained glass window. It's turned on and quivering with soft electricity.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already turned on.
These machines sometimes harbor traps, he thinks. Alarm systems and the like. Let's be careful.
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
Yes, but this machine looks just like the one in the doomed commercial area.
It's also quite similar to the one we have down on the station. Must be the same model.
It's all connected.
The one you saw earlier was the Ream Civic. This is the Ream Prefect, a model number RC7024, equipped with a Feld mainframe.
Why does it sound like a whale?
Compatible entering
It's
printer.
whale computing. Let me just investigate it.
You see fluorescent play and print buttons on the keyboard. A hatch connected to the central compartment is wide open. The lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from his diamond-shaped glasses. You're free to proceed.
Look inside the compartment.
Behind the hatch sits a cube-like crisscross of filaments, smoldering in the dark like fireflies. Silver tape on the side says, in black marker, log, February to March. Another filament memory. Press play to talk with the repeater.
Print.
Nothing happens.
Play.
The speaker comes to life. Static seeps through the machine's planar magnetic driver. An old lady greets you. Her voice sounds 100 years old.
Good morning, Fortress Accident on Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat. Is this the personal log?
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
I looked inside the core, but the tape on the filament just said log Feb Mar.
Good. Please repeat the password.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
I don't know the password.
Received.
That sounds bad.
Fortress Accident. Is there... Good.
I'm
The
done.
machine's keyboard is
Get me out of here. Kim, we don't know the password. Rangwet says basically she's like the British Empire. Ooh, new shoes. She runs the empire that colonized most of the world and founded the moral intern, the world government. She's treated like God, almost those who work for the empire, and generally very politically neutral people. I see. And Kim crossed himself. How interesting. A spider has spun its web around this wood-carved pillar. Where are the crabs? Cracked pane of glass. Came from the stained glass window, still has letters on it. Maybe there's nothing here. Regwet says, which is weird, she has churches and is worshipped like Jesus, but was a real person who is not godly. It's some big, like, French Revolution stuff. Oh, scarf. Oh, no, I need the drama bow tie. Well...
The silence in this part of the church, it's almost palpable. All the shifting matter and shuffling of living things is gone. Nothing seems to exist beyond the church anymore. Maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footsteps would be completely silent.
I think I still hear something.
And then it's gone. Almost all of it. But for the faintest of hums.
Invisible bug!
It seems the sound here is detached from its source somehow, if not blotted out outright. Truly unusual. You can hardly hear your own breathing.
Yell as loud as you can.
Your voice is barely audible. Not a howl, but the softest of whimpers. It's unnerving.
Stomp your feet and clap your hands.
You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence feels even more total, somehow.
Oh, the acoustics in here are crazy, Kim. What's happening?
The lieutenant points to his ears and shakes his head. Then he leans closer.
Can you hear anything?
Not really, but it's extraordinary. I've never experienced anything like this.
I wonder why the church was built with such strange acoustics.
His detached tone conceals how uncomfortable he is.
Rangwet says also she was long dead before the moral intern reached Revachol. Only within half the century, the communist revolution took down the monarchy here, and then the moral intern took the opportunity of a war-torn nation to invade. Meaning this is actually a relatively recent church. So they said like 300 years, right? Oh no, 300 years was when she was alive. Okay.
Singing and dancing on its premises.
What if it's something paranatural?
Please, detective, not this again.
Look up into the bell tower.
The orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead.
Look in the tower. Crabwoman. Crabwoman. Regwetz is a bit more than half a century,
It's like
actually, because
there's
the war is
something
before
moving
Harry's
up there.
time.
A shadow has emerged from the tower and it's making its way toward you through all the other shadows.
Follow the shadow's movements.
It's not a shadow anymore, becoming more substantial as it gets closer. The shape of an animal descends.
Officer, is there something up there?
Kim, get new glasses. And draw your weapon.
Oh no, you've lost sight of it. Where did it go?
On the ceiling?
Yes, the darkness makes the ceiling feel infinitely far away. It's climbing. Climbing down, holding on the beams.
Brangowet says, she also has weird rumors around her about being supernatural and that her lungs were magical and glowed. Ah, that's why she has those glowing lungs. Blink. Crabwoman.
You see something hanging from the rafters, looking straight at you with dark eyes. Maybe it's possible to talk to it.
Hey.
The shadow is a man. A man made of the same stuff as the carpentry of the building. He is studying you intently.
Say nothing. Let him talk first.
The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a steady, unreadable gaze, then speaks.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes.
What?
But don't worry. Everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place.
The right place for what? It's a crab man.
Here you can receive the mother's love. And when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user. Do we really need to question him?
Probably not, but I need to know how he crabs around.
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard to square with the lieutenant's own view of reality. Hey, and what was that about the bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately.
Yeah.
Lay off it already. Shish.
That's not credible. We'll say... Let's just leave him. Hell no! Brangwet says, I love the church part of the game. The whole beach area I liked. It gets so much more weird, calm, and surreal, pick one, compared to what came before. A lot more reflection on stuff, and a somber feel with a strong portrayal of a very different views from that side of the river. Alright, what are we doing now? Because that was obviously tangentially related to what we're trying to do at best. Just walk past the fishing village until you see the boardwalk. Whoops. We can check places for bullet traces, roam the streets to sniff out some comrades, find the murder weapon, perform a ballistics analysis on the bullet. Do we still have the bullet?
The bullet is still safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp.
Ringwood says, you def feel the difference between the more rural-ish beach and the urban area on the other side of the bridge. A lot less value in the material down here.
Bullet.
True.
Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader, like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
We were right. This came from a serious weapon.
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
Try to determine what type of weapon shot this. Come on, here we go.
You can't remember what happened last week. What makes you
Rangwet says,
think
Kim is so happy to arrest someone. Okay, hand-eye coordination I do want to invest in for next time. What else can we do then? We can call Alice. We can try to find a way into the secret passage in the Whirling in Rags. Oh, okay. On the way back, we'll put the locusts in the thing. Ask the fisher folk in the village. Ask about Ruby. Right, okay. That's kind of our next lead here. Ah, so lost. Okay. I know who I want to talk to. The rusty gears used to turn the whole machine. Good to know. This is not the way.
Is there something here that would indicate a sniper
okay.
used this place as a nest for taking the shot? Just some urban detritus, a bottle, and a dilapidated old comms tower.
We're accidentally in a useful place.
The wind picks up. Fine sea foam lashes your face. It feels like needles. You can take it. Just raise your collar, detective. In the distance, you can hear the breakers roar.
I don't see it, Lieutenant W. Freitor. I don't see a person take a shot here and hit something there. In the Whirling in Rags.
Look over the water to the Whirling in Rags. I don't think so
There.
either.
1.2 kilometers over the cold water of the bay, blue from the distance and the air. You see the smallest rectangle, barely visible. A glowing light on the third floor of the Whirling in Rags. With binoculars, you would see a young woman's shape move behind the glass, her limbs long and slender.
Bringwet says, Kim, let me prove it. Give me your gun, Kim. I'll take a shot at the first person I see.
Smoking, drinking, being happy and elated, without you. Because you're here, freezing in the wind, aren't you? Doing your detective detective work.
Maybe the campfire was used by the perpetrator.
To warm his hands before pulling the trigger? Perhaps. But anyone could have made this. The coast is specked with fires this time of year. Truthfully, this seems like a very poor choice to take a 1.2 kilometer rifle shot from. Visibility is awful. There's water vapor everywhere. I think we can rule out biddable prime, was it?
I think you're right. Okay, we did a thing. Oh, the island didn't... Check the island for bullet traces. Can we get to the island? Because we looked at it through the binoculars. That's not the trap that we got the locust from. Do you own a boat? I don't think that I do. If I do, I don't remember it. Hey, kids. Kim, it's your time to bring out the Harry-mobile.
Kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Kids, have you seen any bad people around?
What bad people?
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is gonna crack the case.
All right. You, old lady. Who gave me the free room?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I found this jacket, but it's filthy. Could you wash it for me?
I can wash it for you. But it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. No, we must run around ceaselessly. It would be torture to stay put.
I could use a breather before another rainy day begins.
Yeah, I'll wait.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
Oh, it is a nice jacket. Sweat like a pig. -1 drama. I don't... What does it replace? No, I need my Logic Bro jacket.
Our tenant, the policeman.
Have you seen a red-haired woman named Ruby around the coast?
Nay, I haven't seen anyone lately.
Do you know who I'm talking about?
This is my little cinder block town. I know what goes on around here.
She's being evasive. She knows something.
There was a murder in Martinez. She might be a suspect. We would appreciate your help.
Would you now? I know how this world works, and it doesn't work when people tell on each other.
You know something. We're here to help.
Aye, that you are, Dark Omen. Help yourselves and your organization. Have the storm clouds gather on the horizon.
I don't want to say either of these things, but I see you know something, but you've decided not to tell us.
There's not much to tell. People come and go. Now, what's...
I see, ma'am. I hope you don't mind if we look around anyway.
You should look around your shack. Maybe she's rented it out to others too.
I'm off. It's an interesting thought.
As you look at the floorboards in this corner of the shack, it's clear one of them isn't quite level, with the other. The edge of a floorboard next to it looks scratched.
Move the board aside.
Hollow space underneath the floorboards is dark and damp. You can barely make out the mixture of sand and sawdust below.
What's in here?
Nothing particular catches your eye. Looks like more reeds. There might be something hidden inside the sand, though.
Oh my god, if it's cat poop, I'm gonna be furious.
Something bad. Someone's night thoughts. A last resort. A bad idea.
Search through the sand and sawdust.
You stick your hand in and start combing through the sand. Dry, not like outside. Fine dust. And then Something hard wrapped in paper.
What is it?
A small cylindrical object. You pull it out. A bullet.
A bullet! Interesting.
The floorboard doesn't care. But maybe the washerwoman does. You have enough to confront her with.
Oh my god. Kim? Oh, he's not here. Well, he's gonna love when I tell him about it. Is it jacketed, though? It doesn't need to be jacketed. We just need to get this woman to talk.
Our tenant, the policeman.
Can you fire your gun now? I have the bullet. I just
now.
needed my gun to fire it.
What can I help you with?
We were supposed to pick up the gun last night, and I forgot and went to sleep instead. Why was there a bullet under the floorboards of your shack?
Damn that girl.
A bullet?
The lieutenant turns to you and gives you a little nod.
You didn't put it there, did you? She did.
Gone and hid things in there? She's usually a good tenant, and not a stupid one either.
You rented the room to her?
Yes, I let my room to that Ruby girl.
Ranguet says, yeah, let's be classic cops and use potentially false information as long as it looks good in court. I'm an art cop. I gotta do what we gotta do.
As I've done before when she's been in trouble or just looking for solitude. I've made it clear. We welcome all kinds of people here.
When was this?
She came last Friday, left on Monday in a hurry. What has she gotten herself into? That girl?
Murder!
That's for the police to find out.
I mean, that's
Right
for the
then.
police to find out.
Please answer each question to the best of your ability. I'm sure we have a few.
You said she left on Monday.
Yes, early with the dogs. Around 8 o'clock, I think.
She probably heard the lieutenant's Kanema drive by, and it woke her up, just like it did you.
Kim, she must have heard your Kanema.
Yes. That is a downside of having a 130 kilowatt engine. It lets the bad guys know when you are coming.
Is the room exactly as she left it? Washerwoman was based till she was a rat? Oh yeah, we
Clean
flipped
it,
her.
Like I always do.
She didn't get taught the first rule of cops. Don't talk to cops. That is a good rule for cops.
No.
Was there anything else there? No, okay.
The truth, sire.
Why do you think she left the bullet there?
How would I know? She's a gruff one, but not violent. She doesn't go around toting a gun.
You could ask her about your hunch, that it was a desperate measure. See if she thinks Ruby fits the bill.
I have a possible explanation in my mind.
Aye. Do tell.
It's an exit plan. Oh,
Exit from what?
her life.
The lieutenant stops writing for a moment. He looks at you, then at the old woman.
Soul Foundry says, I just realized tomorrow isn't Friday. Monday to Friday. That's how my job is. Oh, Yep, we still got four more work days to get through here. Renguet says, woo!
No, she's a fighter.
Not a quitter, like you sometimes get.
What a week, huh? Whoo, yeah.
She really believes that.
Did she have any technical equipment with her, like radio crap?
Not that I know of, though she was into nice music. She once showed me a few mixtape millions she'd made. Although I guess she was pretty handy with the mechanical and technical stuff. Even fixed the heater in the shack. You should be thankful for that.
What is she like, Ruby?
She's good company. Knows how to talk to an old woman. At my age, you don't get a lot of quality conversation. So I really appreciate that about her.
Did she talk to you much during her last stay?
No, she was mostly silent this time. Kept to herself.
What do you mean?
She tried not to let it show, but I could tell she hadn't come to fish. Usually she likes to cast a few lines, but this time she mostly stayed in her room.
Where did she go?
I don't know. Further up the coast. She tried to leave quietly, but the hinges on that door screeched like a cat in heat. Woke me up. I heard her rushing in those heavy boots, heading up north.
It's a peninsula. She might be trapped.
You'll never find her, you know. She knows the coast like the back of her hand. You only just arrived.
Soul Foundry says, but what if we define Monday to Friday as Monday and then Friday? Go on.
I wouldn't worry about that, man. We are persistent.
Did we ever see the crabs? We saw a crab man. at the church, and we did not engage with him. He gave us the woolies. The woolies? The woolies. The willies. He gave us the willies, so we ran away. Giant Spatcha says, I haven't been paying attention, obviously. Obviously. Giant Spatcha says, oh, I don't get to riot. I'm sorry. Maybe another time. And Rengo says, wait, I noticed a bit of inconsistency. She was meant to get meant to have smaller, light footsteps, but she's now being described as having big, heavy boots. Oh, true. When we looked at the footprints, that's true. Man, I was really hoping she'd be hiding in this village. The actual footprint might have been Claudia down there.
It's
Maybe.
going to be too much work for you to find her. Better for you to stay here. Get a nice, cozy fire going in the heater.
The failed electric mural. You feel like you should go look at it again. Step closer this time.
Okay.
What more do you want to know about that poor? Yes.
I'm good.
Let's hear one.
She really means it. It's an honest
Oh,
plea.
she said, please go easy on her. I didn't mean to skip it.
She's a good girl. Whatever she's gotten herself mixed up in.
I'll be the judge of that. Oh, Kim, we're gonna have to explore the coast for signs. Just like that, we're back at it again. Regwat says, yeah, this is a bit in your face. Oh, you know where she is because your mind just knows? Question mark, question mark? To the mural. Oh, I guess that means she's at the mural. Which we didn't know for sure, but yeah. But the game did strongly hint, in fairness. Oh, there's those guys. Anyway, once you get to Ruby, it's no turning back, so wrap up anything you want now. No turning back is what I heard. Let's do it. We could wait and try to meet the pig woman at night, but I think let's just do it. I'm not doing the phone call. I'm not doing it. Sorry.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D.
If it's not clear, Rangoet, I really do want to get to the end of this game so we can start something else soon. We've been playing this for an awful long time, and I do really want to see the ending of it, but I don't want to hang around any longer than we need
A
to.
slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Step closer.
Above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice.
Rangwad says, I personally think a break of a different game in the middle would have been good, but too late now.
Feld Electrical. How ironic.
I
All
think
these
the risk with doing that is always that we'll just never come
There's
back.
something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there. Or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
But maybe. You may be right, though, Rangoat. We did take a few
Why
little
single
breaks
out
to do
this
Peglin
one
or whatever,
thing?
but... Shivers, impossible. Whoa, wait. Let me do the shivers. Let me put on all my shivery clothes. Soul Foundry says this game is ready to be done. I definitely think so too. But it's good. I've had a good time with it. But, yeah. Did someone say Peglin?
The once bright mural towers above you, saying,
Let's listen
"Fell
to the wind.
electrical
Come on, roll the
and
dice.
Suddenly, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead. No rustle. The
All right.
ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
She could be anywhere. How do we find her?
Or do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay. She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least.
Soul Foundry has redeemed today's featured hero clicks. Right after this conversation, we'll do it.
And then
Just give me a
there's the
second.
church. If I were a murder suspect, I would not hide in the most prominent building here. But who knows? Maybe she's reckless.
Or spiritual. She could be looking for refuge.
Soul Foundry says, me, I'm the a-hole that prolongs the game. All right.
We do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
What was I even trying to do here?
Trying to talk to the wind, the city. Whatever you thought would happen did not. And now you're just standing there in the pale of the morning with your hands fallen to your side. Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas?
If that fails, if we don't find her,
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, storm drainage, this place. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you. Buckle up and raise your collar. This search is going to be...
all right. Let's take a look at today's featured hero clicks. Thank you, Soul Foundry, for redeeming. Bam, 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 bam. Today's featured hero clicks is Sandman, but not the Sandman. Not that one. A different Sandman. He's got like a little short purple cape, which actually in a way is more practical. Giant Spatch just says, "Oh, he's got a cool hat. He's got a little mask." Soul Foundry says, "I like capes." Giant Spatula, do you know who this is? And Rangwat says, "Whoa, this is what Harry could be if he had his gun." Unwisebird says, "Sandman." Yeah, here he is. He's pretty cool. He's got his green suit, his tie, his hat. Soul Foundry says, "I like his hat too." As you can see, he's another rare guy. You can tell by his silver thing here. Giant Spatula says, "I do not, but both Sandmen have masks." He kind of looks like the Mask. And Soul Foundry says, "I feel like my black hat fits that." Well, he's apparently associated with the Justice, not the Justice League of America, the JSA, the Justice Squad, the Justice. He's affiliated with the JSA, whatever that may be. Let's compare him to our standard size Karen real quick. Soul Foundry says, "And have a black cape to go with it." Oh my God, the beginnings of a Halloween costume. Society, the Justice Society. They're the Quaker version of the Justice League. As you can see, Karen is just a little bit taller, which is fine. Fake hero clicks guy. I'm sorry. I should know better. I'm just another fake hero clicks guy trying to show hero clicks for likes on the internet. This man, our dear Sandman, is 59 points, and also he is today's featured hero click. So now you know. Now you know. And he's wearing gloves too. We forgot to say. Bam! Okay. This is what I want to do in this context of the game. Soul Foundry says, "This is a HeroClick stream, and this misinformation will not go unnoticed." And Giant Spot just says, "He's as tall as Karen if you measure with the gun." True. This is what we're doing. Come on, Shivers. Listen to the wind.
Saying, "Felled electrical." Suddenly, there's a sigh, carried on the molecules around you, moving, flowing from high pressure to low pressure, like that of a woman emptying her lungs.
A church woman?
She wraps the collapsing stone box in front of you in her breath, flowing through it.
Where does it go?
In through the collapsed roof, flowing down a concrete staircase to the basement, sweeping away footprints in the dust on the stairs. And then the beach below the boardwalk. Its winding tunnels, a whisper away.
What is happening?
She's down there.
Say, I think she's down there, below this building.
Okay. Why?
Ever since I woke up, maybe even before, I've been getting these strange cold spells.
Good, good. Yes. Cold spells. So basically your hangover is telling you she's down there?
Call it a gut feeling. Kim, I'll bet you $10.
So, how do we get in there? The doors were on the collapsed side of this building. They're gone, basically.
Soulfoundry says, also, I'm so going to get back into Magic the Gathering soon. I can feel it in me. If anyone has MTG Arena, I will be back into that soon. Or maybe Hearthstone. Oh, I can't play another computer card game. I can't do it. I don't have the will. Giant Spatcher says, I had to read the plot summary of this game on Wikipedia because I'm not paying attention. And you know what? Nothing was cleared up. Good.
My time to shine.
There's a ladder next to the sign. Perhaps we can climb it. Enter through the roof.
Perhaps you can climb them. We are not climbing anything. I'm 43 years old, and I plan to live to see 70.
All right, you little babby.
There has to be a way to use brute force. Climbing sounds unsafe. Brute force is safe. Look around and find something to break if the ladder fails.
Soulfoundry says, I play Magic on my phone. I can't imagine doing a card game on the CPU. Oh, I don't know. I had too many long nights playing Hearthstone. I wasn't even into it for that long. I was real hot on it. I mean, as I often am. Was real hot on it for a while and then was just super out after like 2 weeks. But man, oh man, oh man, it had me. Let's see what skill we need here.
A rusty ladder leads to the rooftop. Some of the rungs are missing.
Yeah, that doesn't look good at all.
Assess the situation.
The distances between the remaining rungs are rather wide. You'd have to use the mounting brackets. However, they seem corroded and the peeling rust is razor sharp.
I do have ceramic gloves.
In addition, the first rung is going to be tough to reach. It's what, 3 meters above the ground, and you're 180?
Giant Spatula says we should make you play Witcher 3, then watch in dismay as you only play Gwent. Soulfoundry says Overwatch and MTG, my 2 greatest weaknesses, and Mist. I could play some Gwent. 190, I'm a giant. Sam the Geek says Power Glove.
But still, the roof is collapsing and the wind gets pretty brutal up there. Dismounting from the ladder is going to be hard. Perhaps if you were to not climb the ladder. Instead,
the ladder climbs me.
What if you were to reconceptualize climbing the ladder? Astral projection. Be open-minded about this.
I'm not ready to do this yet. Oh, no. Alright, if I OD while I'm up there, we'll be good to go. Let's look at that pipe real quick. Also, do I need to wear conceptualization clothes? Is that what it's very much telling me? I don't love this part of the game where we look at all of the clothes. Okay. We should have played this game with a power glove. What was I thinking?
An old pipe peeks out from beneath the rotten boards of the boardwalk. Could this be an alternative path into the felled building?
Oh, one where I don't break my legs?
A building like this must have multiple doors serving various functions. Perhaps a basement access.
Come closer and look in.
Your eyes slowly begin to adjust to the darkness inside the drainage pipe.
Ringwet says, wait, since I wasn't here for some streams, out of curiosity, did you do karaoke? We did, and it was worth it.
The lieutenant looks over your shoulder.
Giant Spatch says, yes, it was beautiful. Could we get into the Feld building through this pipe?
Given that this isn't a martial arts thriller, it's highly unlikely, and not without risk to our health either.
Did you get a pass or fail on the singing? We save-scummed it, I think. I'm pretty sure we failed and then passed.
However, the pipe suggests there may be an entrance to the basement around. And it's right here. A maintenance door.
Oh, Kim found the door.
Oh yeah. Big boy time. This needs you to put your back into it.
Okay, before I break my back, trying to do that. Let me put on my big strong boy clothes. Physical instrument. What would this replace if I was wearing... Oh no, I need my fancy jacket. Rengo says, oh cool, Harry's a weirdly good singer.
The maintenance door.
Try to pull the door
Rusted
apart.
shut
Please,
and
please,
half
please,
sunken
please,
in
please.
sand. The metal doors are heavy,
Yes.
and the flaking rust hurts your palms. But, together with the lieutenant, you manage to slide them open just enough to squeeze in.
Good work. Shall we?
Let's. And away we go. I forgot to put locusts in the box. No, I'm just kidding. I don't care about that. There's a lot of mold and mildew. Brought down and forgotten so long ago. The collapse nearly sealed the basement. One can barely squeeze by. Barely, you say? Oh. Let's just peek a little bit more down there.
This isn't just glass. These are old computation components.
These are computation components.
Yes, filament memories. From the time when wires were cast in glass. Slides with an inlaid nervous system.
Renguet says, I took the ladder and it was great. My character teleported up and we kept trying to convince Kim we teleported. As Kim and Trent were concerned, we just climbed up with our eyes closed. Hey Kim, look, old cybernetics.
So it is. I think it is used to form a single system, slotted in the wall.
Cool. +1 suggestion. Also, some of it broke apparently as we were climbing. Oh no! That's just one of the side effects of teleporting. A crevice. Oh my god, secret path. Stale fabric smell and dust. No one slept here in months, maybe years. Revolutionary's hat? I mean, we might need that. Friendly neighborhood communard. No. We'll keep our hat.
A mustachioed and mutton-chopped man. Amateurishly.
Look, Kim, it's Comrade
Yes,
Mazov.
I can see that. Looks like some communists were hiding out here. They left a long time ago.
A lot of hidden communist bunkers about, where they hid out after the moral
lieutenant
intern
doesn't
came
seem
in.
to share your enthusiasm.
What's with all the secret weapon caches and secret bunkers?
We have found a lot of those lately. I guess what most people think of. You mean like Ruby? No. I think we've stumbled on a piece of history.
Brush the dust off the portrait.
Years' worth of dust is shaken off. The full head of hair matched by an ample moustache and sideburns. Look a bit. Someone crouches, heels digging into wet sand. Hands.
The same window slit you saw from outside. Oh, wait.
Could this have been the killer's hideout? And this narrow window, the point of origin of the shot.
Ranguet says all the communists were a
Listen,
closely knit community. Its greatest strength and its downfall as Joyce sold them all out when her kids were threatened.
outside the window.
Oh, I think we missed the part
Desolation.
that her kids were threatened.
Snow falls softly onto the coastal sand, where it melts almost instantly.
Could the killer have used this as a hideout?
It's a great place to hide. And Mazovianism and murder are certainly not mutually exclusive. But there hasn't been anyone here in ages.
I can't see the whirling in rags. The shot didn't come from here.
Indeed. No one could get a clear view. Well, at least we've been thorough. I like
Ranguet says I might be
In fact,
misremembering that. I
think
probably
we're
just
done
didn't
with
find
this
it out.
bunker. After you, officer.
All right. Kind of a waste of time. Let's go. It's all right. I want to make sure we get to the dramatic conclusion here with ample time so we don't have to rush through it. Joyce kind of single-handedly fucked everyone over. Stones Fall. It's a long way down. Denny will be next stream for sure. That's incredibly discouraging to hear. Oh, okay. Giant Spatcher says, Joyce is the name of my crazy neighbor who keeps making life terrible for everyone in my building. Maybe just all Joyces are bad. It's a long final act, but a very good one. We should have stopped playing this game a long time ago. Sorry. Okay. We'll see. We're going to try to keep positive about it. Am I supposed to be able to walk over there? Am I supposed to not be able to walk over there? I guess if we came from the roof, that's where we'd be. There's another path in the basement. It's true. We missed it. Boot prints in the sand. Oh my god. The tunnel collapsed. You'll have to find another way around. There's something in the air. Follow the light. Not a bad idea.
Suddenly, your entire body is paralyzed. Aggressive white noise fills your skull. A strange pain, like you've never felt before. Through the static, you hear a woman's voice.
How do I do this? Unwisebird says, imagine if you had a heart attack right now. What am I trying to do? How do I... I'll have to figure that out for next time. Okay. Rangoet says, oh no, I'm in trouble.
Like
you were, but I literally
stations
can't figure out how to time
blasted
you out right
into
now.
your head all at once, but her words are the only ones you can make out.
I know you're feeling pretty uncomfortable right now. Don't move too much or fight it. That'll just make it worse.
Geek says, do you have clothes? And Rangoet says, okay, sorry. It's alright, it's alright.
Can't say it's a pleasure, officer. I was really hoping not to make your acquaintance. But here we are.
Soul Foundry says, it is too hot in the Pacific Northwest already. The summer's gonna be wild.
She says the word officer. You feel a spike in the agony. It sounds like the entire radio frequency range is screaming directly into your neural pathways.
Cover your ears.
No, buddy. That's not going to help. You can't shield yourself from this. It's an entirely new type of experience. Way worse than all the previous ones. Don't focus on the pain. Focus on doing your job. Tell her she's under arrest.
You're under arrest.
Really now? Check this out.
She turns the dial.
You're overwhelmed with a new surge of violent static. It feels like a blood vessel exploded in your brain.
Are you gonna kill me too?
No, I'm not going to fucking kill you. If that had been my plan, you'd be dead already. All things considered, I'm being pretty reasonable here. I'm using a pale latitude compressor. You and your partner have been caught in its field.
The explosion of static you're hearing. It's the ULAN frequency, blasted from that pale emitter that Angus mentioned.
I saw your equations. It's the ULAN frequency.
Saw my equations? You've been sniffing through my lorry, right? I expected as much. I am a bit surprised you knew what you were looking at.
I'm glad they saved the worst voice actor for the end.
A pale latitude compressor is used to sort of make the pale more manageable. With a lot of these, you can force a radio signal grid on the pale, literally crunch the distance across it. Signals are relayed across a series of repeater stations fixed to buoys. Not a fun job manning those stations. All alone out there in the Pale, people lose their minds in just a few years.
Ringwet says, yeah, she doesn't have the best voice actor, which is sad because she's one of my fave characters. It's a little bit, I mean, these are not, like, super dramatic. Well, they should be, but, you know, it's a lot of technical stuff she's saying.
So,
it's not a good... What am I trying to say? It's not a showpiece, the lines that they've given her. What if the VA is someone's mom who worked on the game?
Precisely.
Oh my god, they should fire
This is
her.
an industrial
No.
strength paraboloid.
I get
Meant
mom
for
cameo
forcing
vibes.
dimensions on something that doesn't have them. Needless to say, the frequencies used are out of this world.
Soulfighter says, not setting the scene you expected.
At the upper limit is the large prime number generator station. It's used specifically for pale latitude compression. That's why you may be hearing some numbers. But you might also hear, or think you're hearing, local radio chatter.
I do.
She likes telling you about the machine. Keep her talking. Look for an opportunity to break loose.
Have you experienced the compressor yourself?
Yeah, I stuck my head in there before using it on you. It seemed like the ethical thing to do. Can't say that I enjoyed it. The field was weaker, but I can imagine what you're going through.
How did you get your hands on this thing? Please, why it doesn't work.
I built it myself.
Oh.
That's illegal. I'm guessing it's patented. But we are beyond that, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Way beyond.
Give just a second. Just want to check something real quick here. I'll figure this out later. Sorry. Soulfighter says, I am the compressor. And Rangot says, most of the acting in this game, though, is great, which is really surprising for an indie. Usually a lot of the indies... Actually, a lot of indies recently have some great voice acting, such as Ultra Killer, Deep Rock Galactic. Interesting. Will I stay like this forever?
No. Once I shut down the compressor, the pain will end.
Giant Spatula says it's
It may
wild
take a
that
few
people from the
minutes for
early
you to
internet have
steady
become real voice actors.
It's a bit
Good
like
for them.
waking
Good
out
for
of a
them.
very confusing dream.
This is all great, but let's talk about the man who was killed.
Yeah, let's not talk about that shit. You were hunting me and fell into my trap instead. That's all there is to say about it.
So she thinks of you as hunters, not the cops, and of herself merely as prey.
Please, could you just turn it down so I can ask you something?
If you've got something really important to say, you can do it through the white noise.
Turn this.
God damn it.
She regards you and Kim with sudden sympathy.
Fine. If you really want to talk, I can dial it down. I've also got a gun, by the way.
Kim, draw your weapon. Giant Spatula says some early internet personalities grew up to be showrunners and creative professionals. Others just continued to be weird gremlins. Inside you, there are two wolves. The creative, one is a creative professional. The other is a weird gremlin.
Well, it doesn't feel much better, but you can form sentences now. Thinking doesn't seem to hurt as much.
Both are weird gremlins. Destroy the machine. Don't worry, no need to use the gun that you have. Not just walking over here. Totally not suspicious.
You did it.
Giant Spatula says,
The
don't trust
compressor
anyone
was
who isn't a
broken
weird
on its
gremlin,
side.
TBH.
It's quiet in your head again. It still hurts like hell, but...
You're under arrest.
She looks at the machine, assessing the damage. Her hand trembles.
I have no gun.
Oh, fuck it.
What do you convince her to put the gun down?
You should know the words to say. You've been here yourself. So why is it not coming to you? Because you've been going around pointing a gun at yourself, trying to answer the same question in vain. Her finger squeezes the trigger now.
Unwisebird says, yeah, well-rounded people are suspect. Like, what are you hiding? But she doesn't deserve to die like
A
this.
smirk crosses
Oh,
her face
there she goes.
as she watches you stand there, mute. Then she exhales sharply, shakes her head, and pulls the trigger.
Oh my god.
You watch as her brains trickle out through her neon hair.
What did we just do?
Our job. It went really bad. And now we need to clean it up.
This is the right thing to do. Clean up, keep a cool head.
Oh god.
Fuck.
You can just end the game right here. Conclude. From a family... Soulfighter says, from a family of millionaires. Oh my god. Trust no one with the means to leave you. That's a tough sentence, Soul Foundry. She killed herself. I failed to talk her down.
Lieutenant Yefreitor Dubois, control your emotions. We did our job. This won't be the worst thing that happens on this case, believe me. You can't let this break you.
There is no coming back from this one. It will stay with you in nightmares.
Okay. What do we do now?
We clean up. It may take days for processing to pick up her body. We need to move it somewhere. That tent, there.
Rangoet says, IDK about that, Kim. It could get much worse than this. Now I have a gun. Oh, I didn't need to talk to some pig woman. And it's double-barreled, so it's still probably got at least one in it. Oh, this is going great for me. It's Kismet. Okay. The tent, you say? Harry to Kim, hold my beer.
The plain red tent stands by dispassionately.
Look inside.
You see a rolled-up sleeping bag and personal belongings.
We should put her in the sleeping bag, so the rats don't get to her.
Okay, let's carry her over here.
The lieutenant nods.
Giant Spatcher says, I just realized it's Harry Kim, Star Trek Voyager joke. I assume that is a character on Star Trek Voyager.
There she
from
lies,
context.
cocooned in the sleeping bag, surrounded by empty cigarette packs, books, and half-read magazines. Magazines? You should look through them.
Shine your flashlight on the books and magazines.
Assorted soft covers, mostly pulp.
Have you
horror.
never seen Voyager?
One
I haven't
character
seen
lies
Voyager.
buried in the snow on one cover. On another, a ghost airship.
I haven't seen very much
You
Star
also
Trek at
see
all. I
a
used to
collection
watch
of radio enthusiast
Next
magazines.
Generation with my mom when I was like a little kid, but that's about it.
See anything?
Sift through the magazines.
Rager Monthly, Journal of Material Science. More Technological Digest. One of the magazines doesn't have images on the cover. It's not a magazine. It's a leather notebook.
Take it.
You pocket the worn brown leather journal. She watches by, motionless.
We should read this immediately, like right now.
Rangoet says, never really seen it apart from that shitty film. And Giant Spatch says, don't speak about Galaxy Quest that way. Rangoet, do you mean the one that with old Chris Pine in it, the more recent ones? Or a different shitty Star Trek film? Yep, yeah, okay. Alright. Let's read this like right now.
A thick journal. The cover is worn like someone used to carry it around in their back pocket.
Examine the cover.
It's made of full-grain leather. The lower left corner of the back cover sports an embossed brand name, Schneller. This was important to her when it was still hers.
Unwind the strap.
The journal falls open. About 2/3 of its ruled pages have been filled.
Study the handwriting.
The large cursive of someone who writes quickly and confidently, perhaps too confidently. Many phrases and even paragraphs have been crossed out, with tiny corrections scrawled above and in the margins.
Flip through the pages.
It's a mix of logistical notes, diagrams, and personal reflections, all dated.
We could learn a lot from this.
What kind of logistics?
Hard to tell exactly. It's mostly noted down in code. Looks like contact information, quantities, directions.
There could be useful information about local operations in those notes. We have a junior sergeant at my station who's good with codes. I can give this to her after we finish this.
Good.
Professionalism is his coping mechanism.
What are the diagrams of?
esoteric radio technology. The most recent ones probably pertain to the latitude compressor, sketches, calculations of distance and density. You make out the first entry is from August.
How far back do the entries go?
Last year. It reads simply, I know my position is precarious. All I can do is make myself as useful as I can while looking for a way out. Remember, no one is indispensable.
Anything personal?
Short, wry observations of people and places. Probably a way to pass the time on the road. Also, what appears to be attempts to sort through some difficult decisions. There are a few passages with many questions in them.
Unwiseword says, do we ever have any reason to not trust Kim, or is he perfect? I feel like you could play in a style where Kim would be not suspicious, but an impediment. What did she... But to me, he's perfect, yeah. What did she write the day Lely died?
Nothing on March 4th. March 5th, though. Well, that's bound to come back and bite me in the ass. I'm bad at this. Loyal to a fault. But that's another matter entirely. She is referring to betraying her previous employer. Does this suggest she did it in self-defense?
What's the most recent entry? Conclude with journal.
The most recent entry is from today. It reads,
Hope I don't shoot myself later.
Even when I leave here, if I leave here alive, what's my next move? Staging a lynching is a crime, even if I'm not accused of murder on top of that. Forever on the run. Not really my idea of the open road. Man, I was really looking forward to winning.
I don't think she killed the mercenary. It looks like she might have been framed. Too bad we didn't really get to hear her side of the story.
This whole thing was a detour, and a fatal one, he thinks. Don't get emotional.
What do you mean framed?
By the Hardy Boys? By Classier? By us?
Then who do you think killed the merc?
Could have been Titus. Then again...
I don't know.
Either way, we need to keep an eye on him. Somewhere along the way, we might have been fed a lie or two. One thing is for certain. We have business back in the whirling in rags. Questions to ask. We should get to it.
Aha! Dark water trails into the distance. It feels strange. Well, we messed that up. Kim, I'm just gonna stop and put Locust in a trap real quick on our way back, okay? I do feel better about having a gun. Gotta be real with you. I mean, we have a broken gun too, but now we have a real gun. Equip this when times are most dire. Okay. You can hold the broken gun and say you're going to shoot. That's pretty funny. That's pretty fun. I get so lost around here. This isn't the right way. Oh, you can't actually? That was just you joking. It seems like something you could do. Sounds real. All right, as a treat. Because I feel like I've been a little mean. Let's do the phone.
There's a tone. The machine is operable.
Put in 10 cents and dial a random number.
Calling. 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 Still calling. Still calling.
Stop calling me, man.
Someone picks up. The voice on the other end is slightly hysterical.
I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work.
Yes, but a slight change of plans. I want this delivered to the Whirling in Rags in Martinez.
Tethys. Hey! You're not Tethys. Screw you, and don't ever call here again. You're fucking with some serious people.
Disconnect tone.
Alright, Kim. Rangwet says, reminds me in Space Station 13 when there's lots of new players, I would constantly act like a Russian revolvers were proper revolvers in dangerous situations. Should have worn your convincing people jacket. True, in order to... I mean, there's a lot of times we should have worn our convincing people jacket. Rangwet says, I would also try and sell them. You know what I want to be wearing is the bulletproof vest. I think that might just be a good thing to wear. Are we already wearing it? No, where is it? What does it look like? Am I wearing it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, let's make sure we're wearing this. And we can wear the Logic Bro jacket and the Logic hat. Give me the drama bow tie. Alright. Ringwood says, which by the way is fitting to the name. The Russian revolver can only be used on yourself. Nice. And has a bullet spawned randomly in the cylinder. Very nice. How the fuck do I get out of here? I just want to leave. I can't tell what's a wall. Oh. Rangwet says he used to be able to use it like a normal gun, but that changed likely because people kept shooting each other at the bar. That's funny. We're so close to being out of here.
The trap stands empty.
Release the locust into the empty trap.
Locusts, dazed from... They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Good. Now that's done. When do you think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that.
Nice.
Stop. Just up ahead. Danger. What you have isn't enough. You'll need more firepower.
All right.
A ranged weapon. You try to take comfort in the weight of your pry bar. Or crowbar. Or pry bar. Call it what you will. It doesn't stand a chance against military-grade weaponry.
What am I supposed to
Be
do?
prepared. Wield Ruby's double-barreled pistol.
Okay.
What a shitty gun. But it's better than nothing.
I'm not sure I feel ready for what lies
Then
ahead.
you'd better get ready. Whatever happens, I've got your back.
Yeah, flashlight is good. Rangoet says, if you get any... I put on my armor, Rangoet. If you got any armor, it might be a good idea. I kind of forgot to put mine on. Luckily, I had the boots on, but yeah. I'm timing you out, Rangoet. You keep spoiling stuff. Sorry. Sorry, I just don't want... I don't want this part to get spoiled while we're here. Sorry about that.
I'm all out of shits to give, loincloth. Welcome to the fucking reckoning.
Put your damn gun down. People are gonna get hurt. We need to talk this through. All right?
Shut up! You're not gonna talk yourself out of this, loincloth shit fuck.
This is the mercenary at the gates. His chest rises and falls under the ceramic breastplate. His fingers reach for the butt of his sidearm. There's something very wrong with him.
He's dangerous.
Shh.
This is a misunderstanding. Nothing irreversible has happened yet. You can just return to your unit and forget all about this.
The Kipt is merciful, willing to spare us if we just forget about our murdered and humiliated commander. I think we should just kill everyone, Corty.
You are all drunk. Come to your senses. You won't gun down 7 people in the middle of the street? This isn't a frontier town or a jungle outpost.
Easy, Lizzie. Let me handle it. I know guys like this. I'm sure we can come to a peaceful agreement. Ain't that right, fellas?
Peaceful.
It sounds like the armored figurine is weeping.
Nest in your abdominal cavity like a little wild mouse. The masked man's words are barely intelligible, but you can hear them.
Fuck, there's a third one. How did we miss something like this?
The big one is the mercenary at the gates, the scab leader.
If this turns into a firefight, we should take him out first.
Okay, yikes.
A sound strategy. He's the leader.
What do we do?
My plan is not to get killed, but we have to intervene.
Stop! This is the police!
Get lost, comedian. You cops had your chance. Now it's fucking time for some justice.
Oh, we're gonna get shot. Okay.
Pig fuck!
Say nothing. Cross your arms. Big power move.
You're probably gonna get killed too. I think I'm gonna kill you. I didn't think I had it in me to kill a cop.
To your left, you hear the lieutenant cock his gun.
No one is going to kill anyone. Let's just put the guns down and talk like civilized human beings.
With a wordless gurgle, the killer loads his long rifle. The leader gives a small nod to the helmeted man. Suddenly, your fingers holding the grip of a gun that has just taken a life tingle. Go for it, it seems to say. No, wait. It's good you have that gun. It really is. Just soften him up first. Present an argument.
Well, how bad could it go? Think of an argument.
All right, here we go. This is an illegal tribunal. Krenner would never sanction this. Who's the commanding officer?
Just a question. Who's in charge of your unit after the death of your colonel?
I am a Cornell major with over 15 years of live combat experience. When my colonel gets hanged
Just
by claymongers,
buying time
I
here.
lead the platoon on a retaliation strike.
Oh, so you're the highest ranking officer of the three of you.
Nah, I just have the biggest gun.
Hold on, what's the highest rank in Cornell?
King Reaper.
As the leader of the group, reconsider your actions. This does not need to end in bloodshed.
You're right. But you see, I want it to end in bloodshed.
That is hard to debate with. Soul Foundry says, I just found out I left with 9 for the day when I left with 6. I'm so excited. Ain't no one beating me for this week. Oh,
Okay,
nice.
It's not much.
Up 50% from what you
He's
thought.
thinking about something else, and his hand is off the gun. This did something. Now fire. Fuck them up.
That seems like a bad idea.
The muscles on your back tense up. Easy now. Tell them these men didn't do it. There's a peaceful way out.
Listen, they didn't do it.
Yeah? Who did that?
Oh. Who did it? We could just pin it on Ruby. I think there's reasonable. It's believable. Oh, it's probably somebody else. It was Ruby.
Yeah? The fuck is Ruby?
Oh my god, he doesn't know who she is.
Ruby is a suspect we chased down on the coast. She was hiding.
She killed herself, but I know she did it.
You think I'm fucking stupid?
Oh boy.
What if I just shot one of your pals here, right now? Huh?
This is not working.
Go ahead. Tell me about some cunt who killed herself one more time.
Listen, please. This cop and this drumhead cop marshal won't decide who...
He's gonna do it. He's gonna shoot her.
Think! Why doesn't he believe me? Oh my god, it's a logic check.
The Hardy Boys confessed to hanging him, all together. Titus said we took him out back and hanged him. He said it loud, in a public place.
Listen, he was shot. He wasn't hanged. Listen to me.
You're lying. DePaul heard.
He doesn't move the weapon.
You heard wrong. She and these men have been helping us find the shooter.
The hanging was only a cover-up. Listen.
Oh. The shot rings in your ears. A low, tinny ring.
Well, we failed to
Then
contain the situation.
Hardy Boys yell something. The young woman stands and looks behind her. The shot has flown over her head, crashing a small pane of the glass window behind her.
I missed.
I know what I heard, Corty. They said they killed him. They said it was a good way to end a Sunday night.
Sunday.
That doesn't sound good. You need to change the topic now.
Okay.
Or there will be another shot. What topic? Shots have been fired. Act before it's too late. This was a close call.
Oh. I'm never gonna shoot that guy. The Wild Pines rep does not approve of this.
You think I care what that company cunt thinks?
So everybody says it's like the Super Bowl. The Final Four is already decided. We have said at work. Oh, that's cool. So it's close, huh? Wild Pines is not gonna forgive you for massacring a bunch of innocent people.
The man stares at you with bloodshot eyes, a bull ready to charge. He's not listening, but looking for an opening.
Okay, let me just say one thing.
Waste this fuck!
Oh my god. Talk about the Hanged Man. Where is Claudia? She can explain this.
Who the fuck is that?
Oh, it doesn't work.
Claudia, the woman upstairs. Where is she?
She left.
Guard, what the hell are you doing here?
What am I doing? My fucking establishment is under fire. You know how much windows cost?
What do you mean she left?
She left. Her room's cleaned out. Right before these assholes showed up.
We should have arrested her.
Oh my god. Sulfur says, I don't know where those leads come from, but if some higher up wants to sponsor me in these Hunger Games, I'm all about this
Bushman,
life.
your little cunt isn't gonna help you out of this one.
She's gone. Forget about it now. Concentrate on this.
No, talk about the Hanged Man. Just shoot him. How hard could it be? Talk about the Hanged Man.
Of course. Nothing bad will happen. Talk about his dead friend. He seems stable enough to take it.
He doesn't seem stable at all.
Even better, it will further destabilize him, cost him time, and maybe...
Suggestion! I feel like I got to know your dead friend during our investigation.
Don't fucking talk to me about my brother, Loincloth.
Oh boy.
Okay, yes. Immediate failure. Things are worse now. He's observing your every motion carefully.
Who's that? I didn't know you had a third guy.
Rude. Rude is the killer. Rude, the killer. Howen Cloven. He doesn't talk much.
All of you cunts inside out.
The killer?
The gunner. The raddest. The killer. What do you think he does?
I couldn't guess.
There, on the rim of Owen Cloven's helmet, you count little stick figures. 19, 20, 21.
Count the figures.
About 50 little stick figures. All of them black, plus 2 little white ones in the end.
Kills black people?
That's right.
Oh.
Plenty of kits.
Jeez.
Revachol, too.
T, let's fucking do it.
Easy. Easy now.
You're all drunk. Look at yourselves.
Yes. So what?
Yeah? So what? You should be drunk too. Or, like, drunker. You don't want to die sober, do you?
Your judgment is impaired. You'll regret this.
Nah. I'm clear as day. Fucking government-ordained super soldier.
Enough already! What is this? We didn't come here to fucking chat!
Interrupt me again and I will execute you on the spot, Lance Corporal.
Maybe we should have invested in some hand-eye coordination. Good luck. %. That's not so low. 17%, that's almost 20%. That's like a 1 in 5. You know? That's not so bad. Oh my god. Shoot him. No!
A small explosion expels the bullet from the chamber. With a puff of smoke, it hits the man square in the chest, producing a soft clicking sound in the armor.
That was a bad idea.
Like dice rolling. The kinetic energy of the 9mm front-loaded bullet is distributed evenly across the chest piece and into his hands.
Sam the Geek says Piotr has really gotten into a pickle.
Go ahead. Give it another try.
It didn't do anything?
Do it. Primitive.
Do nothing.
Kill him.
Oh. We should have taken the second shot.
To your right,
I have a special
the killer
armor
raises his
too.
rifle and takes aim at you. His moves are steady, but the long barrel of the rifle sways slowly.
Dodge the shot. No. Where's Kim?
From the corner of your eye, you see the lieutenant raise his pistol and aim it at Rude. He's trying to find a straight line of sight before the rifleman can take you out.
Dodge it.
You leap left.
Oh!
Every leap passes mere millimeters from your side, tearing fabric off your coat.
Whoa! This is Rengoet. I cannot be killed. I have become immortal. Hell yeah!
The man tilts his head, trying to see
Oh yeah!
smoke for the next shot.
Fucking Neo.
To your left, DePaul is about to take a shot too, at Kim.
I saved my other bullet.
He's aiming for the eye slot in Rude's helmet. An extremely difficult shot. 2 shots ring at once. One from the lieutenant.
Oh, Kim!
And the other from DePaul's. It's aimed at the lieutenant, but it misses.
Oh, what a fucking hero, Kim! Kim, did he hit the rifleman?
Blood gushes from the helmet's eye sockets as Rude staggers back, disoriented. The sounds coming from his helmet are not human.
Who screamed?
Glenn, dying in a puddle of
sorry,
blood
Glenn.
behind you. His mangled torso.
You're not very
has 2
important to
gunshot
me.
wounds. Blood gushes out of them like red geysers. Oh God, watch out. You see two cold eyes looking at you through all the smoke and panic, and a pistol raised, aiming at your chest, point blank. Then the man squeezes the trigger.
Look him in the eye.
A look of happiness. His eyes
finally shown his skill after the hangman shot. True.
Something in the fear must distort him somehow. He is evil, and the end.
I'm wearing my armor.
Here it comes. Death.
Let it happen. Evade the shot. We got it once. Why not? It's gonna like hit me somewhere else though. Oh. How did he pronounce geysers? Yeah, it was not really right, was it?
You can't. There is no time. Something inside.
Oh no! I should have let him shoot the chest.
Your body is on fire and your legs can't support you. You fall down like a rag doll. The pain is too immense to scream. It pushes the air out of your lungs. Everything goes dark. A distant blur as you recede into it.
Try to open my eyes. What do I see?
Nothing. A persisting darkness. Dancing lights of pain. Distant shadows cast by them. Like a hellish play.
You're bleeding out.
Soulfinder says, is this game done yet? It might be here. Live fast, die old. Wins from pain.
Yes, keep talking. Stay awake. Look at me.
But you can't. It's so hard. Your eyelids grow heavy, and the sounds ever more distant. And the cold comes over you. The lieutenant, too, is somewhere far away. Almost gone.
Kim!
When suddenly, you sense something behind him. A shadow towering. Someone stands there, raising his pistol at him. The lieutenant does not see it. He's pushing down on your wound with both hands.
No, Kim!
No, you say, and hand out your firearm to him.
Oh, hell
your
yes!
hand trembles, and your eyes are full of fear. That's all it takes. There is no room for hesitation. The lieutenant moves.
Kim's such a
with
fucking
spring
hero, dude.
unloaded. He grabs the gun from your bloody hand and fires behind him.
Rangoet says, oh, Rangoet, stop. Sorry.
A death scream. The sound disappears like someone pressed stop on the tape. The hulking figure, too, is gone. And so is Kim. And the whole world.
Fall into total darkness.
This is death. One more door, baby. One more door.
Let me back into the fight.
The fight? There is no fight. The fight is over. It was lost 1,000 years ago. You have laid here forever. Keep falling deeper. Take the door. He's not taking it. His body is not taking it. Oh God, no. He's not disintegrating. He's swelling up instead. Over the hours, hurting, moaning in his sleep, and rotting, and being disinfected, and smelling of drugs, and feeling saliva in his mouth, drifting in painkillers, thrashing in his wound sleep.
He can't go. Not before the case is solved.
True.
There is a radio in the distance. A radio of the world. Playing sounds. Good morning, Elysium. Soon you will return to the world.
Hours turn to days. Soon we will get up again and go through it again. Finally, we know what the infernal engine was.
And Wisebird says,
outside.
man, being shot in the pelvis would suck. And Sam the Geek says, okay, but the limbic system is very annoying. It is a rough voice.
No, it was him.
Oh, we should have let him shoot us in the chest.
Can't you see?
Giant Spatchy says, I'm still holding on to how good karaoke was.
gets worse.
It was pretty good. Best quest.
You see the lieutenant's familiar shape in the orange jacket. It turns double, then triple, from the pain.
I mean, Kim did everything. Good God.
It's nothing. You're alive. That's what matters.
Kim!
Sunrise, Parabellum.
Ouch.
It's not ouch time yet. You just got the Dramamine pill an hour ago. Wait until it wears off.
The room, it's clean.
Mr. Gart cleaned it. It took him an entire day.
How long have I been out?
2 days. In and
Jeez.
out. You've been up enough to take Dramamine and curse. And drink water.
What did you say? Sunrise?
Sunrise Parabellum. Sunrise, prepare for war. It's an old revolutionary saying.
Is it war today?
The gates of the harbor are boarded up.
Oh.
The streets are a little more empty. Apocalyptic violence is yet to erupt, I am relieved to say.
Oh.
I think we may have held it off, for now. Barely.
Good.
Yes, we have also completely failed. But that's okay.
What happened?
What happened? You shot the major, and successfully, a firefight ensued.
What happened then?
As retaliation, their rifleman tried shooting you. He missed, or you dodged.
I dodged.
Then I shot and wounded him, while Glenn took a bullet in the spine. It was meant for me. Glenn did not survive. Titus, Fat Angus, and Theo charged. Angus and Theo died before they made it to intensive care.
Oh,
Titus died in the
jeez.
hospital yesterday. Alain and the young musician, I forget his name, they are all that's left.
Titus is dead?
Yes. You were bleeding out by then. You warned me. I was able to disarm Cortana before he got the jump on me.
Thank you. Although...
I was not able to kill him, as I should have. Crenel took him. A stray bullet killed the Pole, though. And that's what happened.
And the major?
He's in a private hospital across the river. Crenel claimed him from the local butcher shop where Titus died. Turns out he's insured.
I see. Rangwet says, after a game of decent luck in mine, it all caught up when I failed the 97% check to warn Kim there? Oh no! That was a big oof.
In his voice.
We won't get to him anymore. The good news is he's not coming here either. I did some damage.
Titus is dead?
Yes.
How many casualties on the Union side total?
5. Glenn, Theo, Shanky, Angus. The fat one. He took a lot of bullets. And Titus.
And that's...
All.
It's a total shit show, Kim.
Yes, officer. 7 people are dead. It's not a success.
Bregwet says, Jesus Christ.
Ruby.
But what's done is done. The violence is cordoned off. The Hornets did not get into the beehive. The worst scenario has not materialized. Yet. And we are still alive. Both of us.
He did not expect you both to survive once you stepped between those two armies. His smoking, his hunched back. You have it worse, but he took a real beating. That cigarette has medicinal purposes.
Oh, I can't believe I was wearing a bulletproof vest and I let him shoot me in the legs. How bad am I hurt?
Reasonably bad. You were shot in the left quadriceps. That's your thigh. The outer side.
Oh, good.
thankfully, No major arteries were nicked.
Seven
The
says,
bullet
Tex
was
says
removed,
VO,
but
6, VO says
infected
7. Maybe somebody miscounted.
We will
Can I walk?
If it's possible, then by pure willpower alone, you are going to have to become a psycho-locomotor.
I'm a psycho-locomotor.
Good. You'll need to be. Whatever that is.
Has anyone from my station been to see me?
No.
A man and a woman sit in the front seat of an armored motor carriage. The woman is driving. The man lights a cigarette. Jean Vicmer is his name. The asphalt vanishes under the wheels of the machine. Ahead, harbor cranes rise to the sky. Back to that shithole, he says.
They don't care about me at all.
I called your station after the fight. The injury was logged in. They told me they've sent officers to join you on the site.
You haven't seen any, have you?
I'm sure they're worried about you.
Are you hurt?
Not very. I have a concussion from the major beating me with the butt of his gun. I tried to not move too much.
That's good.
Things would be worse if you didn't warn me. Thank you. I did not see him coming. Stupid of me.
Okay. Get on up.
Easy now.
Soul Foundry says, back to that shithole. Me before I wake up too many times.
You can take it. Just don't lean on that leg of yours too heavily.
How are you?
I feel fantastic. Let's rock. You know what? No, this is not the time for this. I'm very bad, Kim. Things are very bad.
The lieutenant doesn't reply. Just looks at you, teetering on your feet. He thinks you should sit back down. Back straight now. You're not sitting anywhere.
What happens now, Kim?
I honestly don't know.
But I don't know either.
We can't talk to Everard. The harbor is in lockdown. Everyone in there is outside our grasp now. And Joyce has left too.
Joyce is gone?
Yes, she left yesterday morning. To meet the board of Wild Pines. Or that is what I've heard. There's a pin somewhere in the machine that keeps Connell from sending in a death squad. Maybe it's her. Maybe she kept her hand. Either way, Ruby's gone. And Classio too. We really should have arrested her, you know?
Who did it then, Kim? Who killed the hangman?
I don't know. I think the dangerous theory you presented on Classio was wrong. We have not found a motive or a weapon for her. Honestly, I think our investigation has not produced a single credible suspect.
There's still a 28% chance the shot came from a distance.
We should go upstairs, rethink the ballistics in situ. I agree with this. What else?
See? There's that. You can do ballistics.
The fucking Maybells, Kim, the flowers.
What?
They were on the roof. I didn't catch them. Fucking butterfingers.
Every piece of garbage in the city is not connected to the case.
Okay.
You don't have to catch everything.
He's wrong.
Okay. The miracle hasn't happened yet. It's not happened yet. It's not over yet.
He does not know what to reply. Looks out of the window, then back at you. It's morning outside. You think.
You know what I think? You know what I think about? Solving crimes.
He arches his brow. The ceiling.
Oh, do you know what I think about solving crimes? I mean,
overhead.
Solving crimes is hard.
It really is very hard.
That concussion must be making him dizzy.
You're not ready to give up, are you?
No. Are you ready to limp?
I'm ready.
Good. Where do you want to limp to?
Rangoat says, I love how Kim just has to put up with your insane comments that make no sense and then just has no idea what to say half the time.
Blows in from the bay. The duraluminum box around you vibrates imperceptibly. A familiar cold. A red thread on the roof upstairs. Taut. Plucked like a string by the gust.
We should check Classia's room upstairs.
Why not? Another look at the window, perhaps? The one he was shot through. I don't know. I can't think of anything better.
Oh, but that is going to have to wait till next time, because I do actually have to run. But I think I'm going to look at the schedule. I thought we were going to do a longer stream tomorrow. I think instead we're going to try to start at 8 and go to... and do a regular size stream tomorrow. I'll post in the Discord about it. Larry Burner says, I went away. How's the communism going? It could be going better. There was a big shootout and we kind of beansed everything up. It wasn't the worst possible outcome it seemed like, but it might have been like the second worst possible outcome possible. Let's save here for now. Rangoat says goodbye and sorry for all the trouble I caused. It's not trouble, Rangoat. It's just I don't want, while we're in the middle of a situation, to be, in the middle of a scene, to hear about other ways that it could have gone. I find it sort of distracting. Museput says, happy I was here for the firefight. Did anyone redeem a hero clicks? Yes, someone did. And also, hey, Museput, welcome. I'm glad you were here for it. In any case, we'll call it here for now. I'll post in the Discord about when we'll stream tomorrow. And if you watched any of this stream live tonight, thank you so much for watching live. And if you watch this as a recording or on YouTube, thank you so much for watching that way too. And until next time, I will see you later.